Hey, everybody. Sorry about that dangle clack. Just some dangle clacks right out of the gate. It's no big deal. Hello and welcome and welcome and hello. Today is Thursday, you guys, which can really only mean one thing. Either it's vlog day or it's 2006 and we're going to watch a new episode of Lost on Thursday nights. Must-see TV. But really, what we're here to do today is it's Mother Truckin' Vlog Day. You guys, welcome. We do have, secret special guest coming up real soon. You got just give me like 1 second. We'll bring our very secret special guest on. Let me do a quick rundown for you guys tonight. Going to be talking about a few things that I've been vaping. We have some coordinated mail to open. Yeah, you heard me right. That's coordinated mail to open tonight. Of course, we have a beer. Of course, we have a retro vape. Of course, we have a liquid tasting. Going to sprinkle in some news and advocacy in there as well. In fact, the only thing tonight we don't have is getting to know GrimmGreen. I don't have a record, and I don't have anything to add to the playlist tonight. But that's okay, because you know what we do have? Who can guess the special guest? I don't know why I keep this joke going. It's the Mother Truckin' Bogan is here today. Yeah, he is. Look at him go. All right, let's get us both up here real quick. Let's do this. Yes. Fucking Vaping Bogan's here, bro. How are you doing, man?
Dude, I'm really good. I'm really good. I'm so happy that we're finally making this a thing. This is finally happening.
I know. This is like a test run, really, if you think about it. It's like a test run for our possible future stream. Anyway, you guys.
Will one day happen.
One day. Well, one day. Let's leave it right there. It'll happen one day. It'll happen one day. So Bogan's here to hang out with us for as long as he will be here. As long as we can have him, he's going to be here. We're going to be chatting. If you guys have any questions for Sam, for Bogan, throw him in the chat, throw him in the super chat. He's a wealth of information and knowledge in the vape world, and he's here with us tonight to hang out and drink beer. Dude, it's going to be so much fun. So I do this thing in my streams where I like to hear from one of my subscribers. I call it my new favorite thing. I ask my subscribers to just send me a video. Can be literally anything. If you want to shout out like your friends or your shop or your parents or whatever, just send it on over. Cool. I don't actually have one tonight, but I did get this from one of my patrons, Andy over there in the UK, and I felt like I just had to share it because I think he's trying to go after the Yak song here. What say you, Andy?
Hold me now, suffer me to say I'm sorry.
I know Andy.
Yeah, Andy's a trip,
funny
man.
Dude. His reactions to some of my like fair income fuckwits and stuff, and I do that as part of my Patreon bog. And dude, he's fun. I just want like Andy's whinging about stuff. When Andy like complains about something that the government's maybe doing.
Yes. It's the best.
I want to do it as a segment on I've been meaning to get Andy to do like a regular thing because he can just do a full-on rant really well.
Yeah,
it's very fun.
And he has a lovely singing voice.
I didn't sing too. I didn't know that, but
I had no idea.
He does a great rant.
Had no idea. Well, thanks, Andy, for the video. I'm not sure if you wanted that shared or not, but hey, it happened. If anybody else out there has a video similar to Andy's, maybe you do just want to belt out a few choice notes from your favorite song, send it on over, man. Nick@GrimmGreen.com. Just mark your subject, that one thing. Chances are I'll see it. I'll throw it in the vlog. And I also wanted to share something else from one of my patrons, Billy. He modified his Odin 100, bro. I didn't know you could do this, right? So he said, decided to start putting my Odin minis, change things up a bit. Pretty happy with the results.
So he just got 2 Odin minis and he switched out the middles.
He swapped, and I didn't know that was a thing. Did you know you could do this with your mod?
Well, Bearded Viking, who you know, he has done some acrylic things. He's mainly having trouble with, he needs some longer screws to hold the acrylic better.
Oh, I see. So like an acrylic bit for this back part?
Yeah, like a middle section in acrylic. It looks nuts. He just needs to get some longer screws so that they like anchor better, because the acrylic doesn't, catch quite like the metal. So yeah, but it looks sick. So I knew people were doing some fun stuff. I also saw someone who'd got like a crazy paint job done to theirs. It looked awesome.
Oh, that's cool. I like it when people customize their shit.
I like to get two and then
swap it.
It's like that movie Face Off.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, dude. I just really like those like two-tone color schemes, like black and white or gray and stainless, or that two-tone color scheme. Man, I love that. That's my favorite. And I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that with this little Odin guy, and that's cool. I'll have to buy another Odin now, so that I can so that I can swap those out. But yeah, that's my favorite thing. Like I said, if anybody else out there has a video that you just want to see on this vlog, it can be literally anything. Just hold up your smartphone and shoot a video, send it on over to me, nick@grimmgreen.com. I might use it on this here program. I guess what we're going to do right now, since Bogan's here, we should probably have a beer. What do you say? Sounds good?
Wouldn't be a Grimm Bogan collab if we didn't have a beer.
Let's do it. It's beer time. Hi, that's the world's longest intro. So we got some beer today. Hold up your beer, Sam. What do you have today? I have a Firestone Double DBA. This is
You're getting something so fancy. Now I feel like I should go and get one of my Firestones out of the fridge.
It's Bogan's here. I kind of felt like I needed a pretty dope beer, like a pretty fancy dope beer.
I have a beer that I was supposed to do as part of my my 25 beers before Christmas. It was supposed to be the last beer on Christmas Day.
Okay.
But I haven't done it yet. So maybe we'll do that. I'll go get it to
Go get it. I'll do some super chats. I'll do some super chats there while you're gone there. Oh shit. Oh, good. Well, I knocked over my beer, so that should be a nice little surprise in a few minutes, when they explode all over the place. Tom, that's very gracious of you. You'll be late? What? Some exciting stuff right here. All right, Tom. Well, I appreciate that. Joshy, my goshy, since we got a special guest and I never catch the vlog live, my replay crew can get a shout out from, we're shouting out the replay crew. We got a super chat from Clouds and Coils. My son will be born on Tuesday. Bro, sick. That's sick. Congratulations. Wow, that's very cool. They're all over the place. Got a shout out, super chat from my cousin Barbara. Shout out, belated birthday to your dad. Yep, it was my dad's birthday on Groundhog's Day, actually. Love to all the Green family members, especially Pickles and Nick. Absolutely, Barbara. Absolutely. All right, and then last one here, we'll pick back up with super good. Suburban Dirt Farmer says, got a good feeling about tonight. Oh, you're not the only one that has a good feeling about tonight. Okay, now what'd you get? Now, I see a cork. That's fancy.
Yeah.
That's cork. Yeah. What'd you get? Oh, you got a Firestone too. What's that, a Firestone?
So, yeah, I've been waiting to drink this Firestone for a little while. Hang on, Frank, what are we doing? Come on, let's focus, buddy.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is a big night. Okay.
Oh.
All right, you gotta be okay. Mine's called Undercurrents.
Oh, that sounds wild ale fermented with black currants. Oh, so it could be maybe like a little bit in like the sour realm of things. I feel like black currant. I don't know. I think
it might be.
Let's see how it goes.
Batch number 1, serial number 1 on this guy.
Yeah, is that one you were saving? Is that a saver beer? That's like a special beer?
Yeah, so this was bottled in 28th. Wow, this is like really close to 3 years old. 28th of February, 2018.
Dang. See, that's cool. That's a cool old Firestone beer. This is a very sentimental beer to me. This is the Firestone Double DBA from 2014. I've been cellaring this since I haven't been cellaring it since 2014. So when I lived in Nevada, I worked at the Starbucks roasting plant, and my really good buddy at the plant, his name was Brandon. We called him Meat. It's just his nickname. We called him Meat. And he was like a beer guy. So like every night we're talking about like nerdy stuff like Star Wars and beer. And that's it. That's all we talked about. And so I left Starbucks in 2014 before this came out. And so he bought me 2 bottles of it, kept it for me, and then came to my wedding in 2018 and gave me the 2 bottles. He's like, I bought these for you right before you left Starbucks, and I've been keeping them this whole time, and I'm going to give them to you now. So I'm like,
oh my God, that's amazing.
Like, I never thought I was going to taste this beer, and my buddy just came through, man. He bought it for me and saved it for me. He did all the hard work.
Such a beer nerd.
I know. Such a beer nerd. So meet Brandon if you're out there. This one's for you. 2014 double DBA. It's a 12% on this one here, Sam. What do you got over there?
Just a 10 to 6.3 on mine.
Oh,
so
still.
you're nearly doubled the ABV. Jesus.
It's just, it always escalates, bro. Every vlog, it's like higher ABV. Get Nick drunk. Nick drunk.
Well, the one I had selected was a 9, but it wasn't as fancy as this. This is fancy beer.
Yeah.
So
fancy beer for a fancy night.
Out now without it.
Even I'm scared.
Without it. Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
All right. Okay. God, that's
all good.
That suspense was killing me. This is my vlog day cup. It's a New York Jets cup that was in my wife's family. They're Jets fans. The Jets never win, apparently. I don't watch sports, but apparently the Jets never win. So this is
not
just
a good team. They're kind of shit.
They're kind of shit. But this is always like good luck for the vlog. I always feel like I have a good vlog when I use the Jets cup. So I'm gonna pour some of this into this Jets cup so we can get some of that hot pouring action. Oh yeah,
such an American heirloom.
Like
what's your family heirlooms? Well, it's a football team beer mug.
Yep. America.
These are the special things in American families. They pass down from generation to generation.
Yep.
Is football beer mugs.
Hey,
never mind, like your grandfather's watch from World War
I that
he
any
had
valuables or anything. No. The football beer mug. That's the important one.
We got all the sediment. Look at that. That's just squeezing in.
Yeah, that's where all the good stuff is, though. You know, that's where the spices and the yeasts, they settle and they sit there, and it's fantastic.
Barrel works.
Ready to cheers this thing?
I love a blackcurrant beer. I'm really excited to try this one.
Right.
I've been holding on to it. Shout out to my buddy Haynes, who we went and got this when I was in Melbourne about this time last year, seeing Tool.
Cheers. Oh, Tool. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody out there. Hope you got something good for you tonight. Yeah. This is incredible. I want to hear about yours. I want to hear about that.
Puckery. It is nice and fucking sour. That's cool. Yeah, puckery.
Real pucker.
Tart, but
black
thick.
Currant.
Loads of blackcurrant. Rich blackcurrant.
Yeah, I love a good blackcurrant.
It's everything I expected it to be. It's that you've had those Belgian Creek beers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that kind of fucking vibe. It's thicker on the mouthfeel, but it's tart and sour, and there's just loads of blackcurrant flavors just coming through. There's really not a whole lot of complexity going on here. It's just really rich blackcurrant.
Nice. Damn.
Tell me about yours.
Well, this is the double DBA. It's delicious. The first thing I get, because it's a 12%, it's like booze. It tastes like booze right out of the gate. But it's a beautiful. I love that boozy sensation right out of the gate. Huge bottom end on this. It's real deep and complex. There's some like low notes, like dates almost. It's got like a strong like figgy date sort of low note syrupy feeling to it.
I call that the Christmas pudding kind of vibe.
Yeah, see, Christmas pudding kind of vibes. Definitely Christmas pudding. It's delicious. It's just a beautiful beer. Really round, very clean. I'm surprised like how heavy of a beer it is. It's still real clean when you drink it down. Fucking hey.
Sounds good.
No,
that sounds delicious. You'd fucking hope so, because these are like old, expensive beers, so they better bloody taste good. You know?
Yeah, they're not cheap. They're not cheap, and I've been holding on to this since 2014 almost. I'm going to pair it with some Turkish traditions. I don't know if you get any M-Turk liquid out there in Australia.
You can get it, yeah. There's a few places I know that get it and stock it. I think Addie at what's her little thing? Vita Vape, I think, stocks some M-Turks. I saw her post something about that. So yeah, you can get them down here. I'm yet to really try them.
Oh yeah, you should get into them. I mean, they're good. He has a definite like flavor profile. He does a lot of bakery stuff. This is like a custard tobacco. Super delicious. And I think with this beer,
but I like tobacco. I'm sure there'd be something in the line I like.
I'm going to do a little pairing here. Let's see how this goes. Cheers.
Pair it up, dickhead. I'm going to fucking pair mine with, I'm thinking I want a tart, tangy liquid to go with my tart, tangy beer.
Good.
So I'm going to go with a bit of I've been loving this liquid called the Rituals. People be seeing me feature this all of the time.
The Rituals.
The Rituals. I think they're from the UK. I think they're from Wales, to be exact. I think it's a Welsh liquid. That's my shit impersonation of a Welsh person.
Nobody be offended.
Yeah, they're in Cardiff, Wales. And it is a saltwater taffy line. And this is their dragon passion fruit flavor. And it's really yum. It's got a lot of tanginess from the passion fruit and a lot of tropicalness from the dragon. And
it sounds like that's a winner with that beer.
Dude, they really nailed the candy flavor of this liquid. So I really like it. It's got a real good candy flavor. Let's see.
Go. Pair.
Oh, yum. I'm getting that sweet, the sweet and sour, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Contrast. Contrast. Sweet and sour. It's nice.
That's a good one. Yeah, this Turkish tobacco, Turkish tradition, tobaccos always pair with beers, in my opinion. Any beer you have in front of you, it's like you can kind of always pair it, at least a little bit, with a tobacco. This double DBA goes perfect with this custard tobacco. That like creamy bottom end of this beer is perfect. Perfectly complements this super creamy like tobacco custard liquid. Damn. That's a good one. I mean, look, I knew tonight was going to be a great stream, but I didn't think I'd be having an awesome beer and an awesome pairing and an awesome... Just kidding.
I just think it's funny we managed to both have Firestone beers to pair, and we both have the same vape mail to open up.
That's crazy. This was, Sam, this is destiny. Do you see this happening in front of you? It's destiny.
Destiny is a whole different thing. Destiny is my drag bogan.
Oh, okay.
So when I put my hair up in tails, that's destiny.
Oh, that's destiny.
Which I'm gonna do a cheeky little plug. If you go to the Vaping Bogan just Facebook page, there is a link there. One of my patrons set up a fundraiser, a GoFundMe, for me to do a full live stream with my hair up in pigtails. Yeah, these are the kind of like wholesome activities that my patrons get up to. They're like, let's see him do a whole thing in fucking pigtails.
Yeah.
And I said I would donate all the money raised to mental health charities. I think there's about 160 raised so far.
Oh, sick.
But yeah, go to the link on my Facebook page.
Yeah, dude.
And donate to see me do a live stream with pigtails.
So I'll donate to that. Of course I'll donate
to that. And basically, that's where Destiny takes over. So Destiny is...
Destiny, okay.
So
that's Destiny. This is fate. I don't know.
Fate. There we go.
It's fate. It's just fate. But yeah, all right. So we got some beers down. We're going to continue sipping on these throughout the stream. I think I saw like a whole mess of super chats come in. I always try to read all my super chats. Is that like, do you read all your super chats? Do you try
I
to
do.
that?
I feel like I owe that to the very least I can do is acknowledge that you just gave me some money.
Right. I feel like that's the least I can do. Right. Okay, good. I'm glad. Let's roll the super chat bumper and I'll do some super chats. That bumper.
All of it?
Yeah,
all
sometimes
you
that
never play all of it.
I know. I just let it roll and I swiped over and it's just happened. Everything's changing tonight, Bogan. Fuck the rules. I know. We're going off the rails. Super
Full
good.
bumpers. Oh my God.
Unbelievable. Super good. Because everybody loves a Bogan. That's right. Everybody loves a Bogan. How do you not? That's just, that's common sense. Gabe Claus is here. The reindeer love Sam's Aussie accent. Yeah, of course reindeer do. I've heard that about reindeer, that they're really into Australians. It's just Hamish. Two top cunts. Can't contain myself. I appreciate you being here, Hamish. You're a stand-up dude. You know Hamish. I'm sure your paths have crossed with Hamish.
Yeah, I know Hamish. How are you, Hamish?
Hamish, he's a good one. Poon sauce. Beer. Poon sauce, cheers. I hope you have a good beer tonight in front of you too, man. Terry Vapor, what do you think? No Vape Team no more. Really?
Oh, they stopped streaming?
No more Vape Team. Wow.
I hope that's true.
I feel like that's a bummer a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they have their reasons. They've been doing it for a long time. But that was a really important stream. It kind of feels like the end of an era, really. The end of the Vape Team. That's a bummer, Terry. All my best to everybody. I still love Mike and Brian and Fagan and all those guys. I know Mike is closing up shop as far as his retail store because of
I saw that.
Rules and the such as. So that's shitty. But look, I always said things were going to get worse before they get any better, and this is things getting worse. And they're going to get better, I promise. Ian, that's very gracious of you. Thanks so much for everything you do for the community, Mr. Green. Could you please ask Bogan if Destiny... Oh, is Destiny making an appearance tonight?
No, Destiny's not.
Okay.
Go and donate to mental health charity if you want to see Destiny.
Yeah. You want to see Destiny? You got to pay. That's just the way it works. You got to pay.
It doesn't come cheap. It doesn't come cheap.
But it goes to a good cause, so that's fine. Throw money at Destiny. Just dollar bills like this,
Yeah.
SVK in with the super chat. Here's the thing. Been listening to King Diamond and Merciful Fate this week. Awesome. Any thoughts of maybe on the playlist? Any woo? Glad to see you and Bogan. Yeah, I'm glad to see you here, SVK Vapes. I don't have any King Diamond or Merciful Fate vinyl yet, but that can always change. You never know. There might be some Merciful Fate on that playlist soon. Varzog, for the next time you two can share a beer together in person. Cheers. Thanks for making all our days a good time. Look, I try my best, man. I know that I love the vlog. I feel like I love the vlog sometimes more than you guys love the vlog, and I don't know why that is. I just look forward to it so much. I have so much fun because we just get to hang out and goof off and drink beer and vape and open mail. Like, it's so fun. You guys improve my day exponentially, and I hope that I can improve your day as much as you improve mine. Kyler, my two favorite reviewers in one place. Let's go. Yeah, we're trying, Kyler, but we have to pause for your super chats, man. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Kyler. Appreciate you, bro. Hamish, can YouTube handle the two top cunts in one stream?
I don't know.
We're going to see.
We'll see.
We're
might
finding
break
out.
the internet.
Daniel 2trips86 finally. I'm still here. Can't watch the live, but I'll catch you both on the Loved you both. Appreciate that, Daniel 2trips86. Appreciate that. So we'll get back to some super chats in a hot minute. But I do want to have some news to talk about. You want to talk about some vape news that's been going on? It's crazy.
Tell me the news. Tell me the news.
Dude, there's so much news here. Hang on. Let me roll this quick bumper.
News and advocacy, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do that? Is that your voice?
I did.
That's
That was my first take, and I just went with it. Like, oh, that turned out perfect. This was my first take. I just did it.
Like New Orleans, kind of like jazz vibe. I love it.
I don't even really know what I was going for. I was just like,
it just came
right,
out.
Yeah,
Ella Natural.
News and advocacy, yeah.
I don't know why. And I've kept it. That's like years old. I think I recorded that in 2015 or something like that.
It's brilliant.
So, Bogan, you're on YouTube, and you know all of like the YouTube shit rules that exist about like links and having to mark you can't monetize, right? Because we have to be drug content. Do you do the same thing on your videos?
It's got the little yellow, it's limited, because it's recreational drugs with the educational dot point.
Yep.
And then then I have to put the swearing one. That's the first one for me.
Yeah, swearing one, yeah.
Because I swear a lot. Yeah. Just a little fucking bit.
So yeah, no, that's fine. That's your thing. You can swear here too, by the way. I don't check that little mark, but you could just go nuts. Celebrate it if you want to. Just celebrate it. Well, yeah. So we have to mark our videos as drug paraphernalia in an educational setting or something like that, and it's limited ads, it's limited monetization, and so. The other day I was just clicking around on YouTube, and I like to see sometimes like where my videos pop up. Like I'll just be clicking, I'll go from like you, Mike, and Matt, and like all over the place. I'm like, oh, there's a GrimmGreen video, there's a GrimmGreen video. I just like to see, I just like to see. Yeah. And so YouTube the other day served me a really old video about 2016 vaping regulations, and so I said, oh wow. I wonder what I said in that video. It wasn't anything great, but the ad that played before it wasn't anything great. But the ad that played before my video was for Lucy nicotine gum.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So bizarre. I can't monetize the video because there's nicotine in it, but YouTube will play a video advert for nicotine over my nicotine video that can't be monetized because there's nicotine in it. What?
YouTube.
Fuck you, YouTube.
Sneaky bastard.
Sneaky. And so this ad pops up, and, they can still use USPS for all of their shipping because it's not a vape product, even though it's nicotine. And there's an ad, try Lucy. It's called Lucy. And then this hipster bearded guy pops up, and he starts talking about how great Lucy gum is. And he's like, oh, it's not like vaping. This is clean nicotine.
Oh, he says that.
Yeah.
He says this is
not
like vaping.
Like vaping. He's like, this is better than vaping. It's clean nicotine. And I'm going, it's the same nicotine. Same
not
nicotine.
Any different.
Zero
I bet
difference.
you there's even some vegetable glycerin probably in that gum flavoring.
Yeah, not just vegetable glycerin. It's flavored too. It comes in like 12 different flavors. Here, where's the other Lucy? This shit.
No one's going to sit there and chew gum that tastes like crap.
Exactly. Wintergreen, pomegranate, cinnamon. And even in this little ad, they're talking about, oh, yeah, it gives me a buzz. Like they're talking about how great the nicotine is, how great the flavors are, how much it gives them a buzz. Come on, YouTube.
And the fact that, I don't know if you noticed this, but they've called it a Lucy. Clearly trying to play on the term of a Lucy cigarette. Single cigarette that we get at a bar. They're fucking doing it because people are like, familiar term. Oh, okay, it must be fine then. I used to get Lucy's when I was a kid.
Yep, Lucy's.
Oh, can I just have a Lucy, dude? You got a spare Lucy there?
You got a Lucy there? And now it's Lucy gum. And they can advertise on YouTube. They can advertise on Facebook. They can still use USPS. But it's the same nicotine in flavors. And they talk about how it gives them a buzz. Like, fucking hell.
We have, just had the TGA announce that you're going to have to get a prescription for your nicotine in Australia to use it in your e-liquids or your vaping products. Right. Liquid nicotine going to require a prescription. However, the same organization, the Therapeutic Goods Administration, has approved for years the use of nicotine gum, nicotine patches. Right. And you don't. Guess what? You don't need a fucking prescription for that shit.
That's horse shit. That is straight up horse shit. It's this. Why does that double standard exist? It's the same product. It's basically the same product, the same nicotine.
You're like, you can use gum. Yeah, go to the fucking pharmacy, go to the supermarket, buy your gum, no prescription. Yeah. Oh, you want to use an e-cigarette with the same nicotine in it, and guess what? It's flavored mint or berries.
Nope.
Oh, you need to get a prescription now.
Yeah, prescription. God, that's ridiculous. At least so. Let me ask you this. Let's talk about Australia a little bit. Did they backtrack that $220,000 fine thing? I thought I was reading about that they kind of scrapped that idea of importing.
They did a
right?
backpedal, bro, on the whole fucking nicotine thing. So we had a little win because it was initially they were like banning all nicotine imports. You can't import your nicotine in liquid form. You're fucked. And if you do, $500,000, $250,000, whatever it is, basically your house. We're going to take your house.
Sure, yeah. Because you wanted to quit smoking. Because you wanted to quit smoking.
And then everyone went like, fucking bananas, and we got like 70,000 signatures in a week. We even had people that are not associated with the vaping industry. There's a comedian, and
really?
he vapes as well, and he was he was like, this is fucking bullshit, and he posted some of it on his Instagram or whatever, and so they were like, oh, okay, actually, hang on a second, we'll form a committee, because that's what governments do when they want to like buy time, work out how they're gonna fuck you. They're like, oh shit, we can't fuck them this way, we need some more time. Committee, quick, make a committee, because then we can have 6 months to like figure out exactly how we can fuck them.
To not accomplish anything.
Yeah. So the committee is supposed to listen to what people have had to say. Let's hear from the vapors, let's hear from the community, and they didn't listen to anything. And we've heard your concerns, and so we're not going to outrightly ban the importation, but there's going to be a prescription required. So that's going to come in October this year. Unless the government brings in legislation, because the TGA is not the government. It's like kind of like the FDA, I suppose.
Sure. Yeah. Therapeutic Goods Administration, TGA.
Yeah. Food and Drug Administration, same thing.
Kind of same thing.
And so they're a government body. They can make laws that you have to, well, not law, but regulations.
Sure.
That everybody has to follow. But if the government makes legislation, then the laws that the TGA makes have to follow the government their legislation.
Sure.
If the government says you don't need a prescription, then the TGA will have to scrap it. So we've got until October to basically fight.
Yeah,
hell to try and get legislation.
Yeah.
But otherwise, October, you're gonna have to go and get a prescription from your doctor.
Wow. And it's not that that's like a horribly intrusive process, right? I mean, you go to a doctor, you find a doctor that's willing to prescribe nicotine, right? That's the hard part.
2 points. 2 problems is finding a doctor that is willing to prescribe it. Because firstly, a lot of them have no idea. And they're like, well, I don't know about this. I'm not going to give a prescription. So, there's like apparently less than 7 or a few doctors around Australia at the moment that currently will give you a prescription. One place that I heard from someone who's gone and got one, it was $90 for 3 months on their prescription. So there's firstly the hurdle that you're going to have to go and get a prescription, but there's going to be a financial cost to the consumer to go and get the prescription. And if you have to do it every 3 months, that's like 100 and that's 200 and where's my fucking maths? $260? No, 80 times 160, $320 a year that you're going to have to spend on getting a prescription every 3 months.
That's ridiculous. So it's not even like you get the prescription once and you're good for like a year. It's every 3 months.
I heard someone got one for a year. Someone got one for 3 months. It depends on the doctor that you go to as to how long they write the prescription for. Yeah, it's.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. I don't like that. I was trying to kind of play devil's advocate, like, okay, so you get the prescription and then that's the one step. And then after that, you're good. But apparently that's not the case. You're going to have to keep re-upping.
And if your doctor, let's see, there's plenty of doctors out there that have been listening to the bullshit and they're like, well, I believe it's worse than smoking. And so they maybe won't prescribe you. They won't give you a prescription. Then you're fucked.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Just because you want to quit smoking and there's a doctor keeping you from smoking. Can we appreciate the irony of that situation? Like, come on. You go to a doctor, you want to quit smoking, get a prescription for nicotine. Your doctor's like, no, keep smoking. What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Or try this here. Try this this pill that maybe make you suicidal.
Yeah, it might make you want to murder your family, but it might also help you quit smoking. Like, well, okay. That sounds like
hey, look, he murdered his kids, but he quit smoking. It's fine.
It upsets me so hard that they don't. It upsets me so hard that people don't just accept vaping, because they always have these workarounds, right? From elected officials and from official people, you always get, oh, no, use regular cessation methods, use this hotline or use this gum or use approved methods, right? Certainly don't use this thing that's really tasty and really satisfying and it already mimics what you're already doing and you get to inhale and exhale and have that experience. Don't use the perfect quit smoking aid. Use one that doesn't work that we've been pushing on you for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Makes me insane.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the United Kingdom is putting signs on bus stops saying that you should use one of these.
Switch to vaping right now. It's like we opened up a vape shop in a hospital. I don't know how more, I don't know how more straightforward we can make it.
Oh, no, but But that's a different population over there. It's a different, type of,
completely different biology or something.
Vaping works in the UK, but it's not going to work here.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Different physiological makeup of the UK. They're made up of more, beans for breakfast. I think that's what I think. So, okay, well, that's interesting. That's interesting in Australia. See, in Australia, things changed real quick. It was just a couple of months where it went from like prohibition to like, okay, not prohibition, but a fine. Okay, not a fine, but a prescription. Like it changed real rapidly. And that was because of, like you said, that's people speaking up and MPs speaking up and the vape community speaking up as well and pushing back against that. And in the U.S., we have this USPS vape mail ban that's going to affect literally next month, where they just snuck it the fuck in there. And that's probably the most infuriating part of it is they shoehorned it into a must-pass bill. Everyone was going to vote yes. It had to pass. Otherwise, the government doesn't get funded, right?
Yeah.
But so because it had to pass, they can sneak whatever they want in there and it passes. Right? No, nothing seems weird about that. Of course, that's just the way the government works. Nothing weird about that. And this vape mail ban had been sitting in the Senate for like a year, and it wasn't going to pass. Not a chance of this thing passing. But
if they actually said this is what you're voting on,
right,
this is the real issue that you're discussing here,
passed.
then people will be like, "Well, hang on a second, that seems like a bit of a problematic piece of legislation."
Yeah, exactly. And nobody read it, and they just put it in there, and so. USPS, our main shipping service in the United States, the postal service, the U.S. Postal Service, isn't going to ship vape stuff anymore from business to consumers. And FedEx and UPS are both following suit, presumably just to cover their own ass, I think. They're just whatever. What's USPS doing? Okay, we'll do the same thing. No more vape stuff, right? No more vape stuff. There's questions up in the air about if they're going to be able to ship from like a business to a business. So if a distro can ship to a store, that's like, nobody knows. It's like a big question mark right now. People think that that's going to be okay, but nobody really knows for sure. The problem with this legislation in the U.S. is it also affects the cannabis industry. So,
well, that's it. How do you differentiate between the hardware?
Right. You can't. I mean, we could. Someone a subject matter expert definitely could, but your average, whatever postal employee or, not to disparage postal employees, you're not going to be able to tell the difference, right? You're just not. And so the cannabis industry is lobbying real hard to get more clarification on what these rules are and what they exactly say. And they're trying to change it so that, it would really only be focused on nicotine liquids. So they're trying to get it so that hardware would be okay to ship because it doesn't natively contain nicotine in it. I think that's the loophole. Like that's the workaround that they're trying to get, which if they can, that would be a positive thing. We could still ship hardware across the United States, just not nicotine. The only people that are really going to be hurt by this are online retailers like Mike Vapes had to close,
Yeah.
Online retailers are going to get screwed, and anybody that lives not near a vape shop is going to get screwed.
How do you get your vape gear if you can only go to a brick and mortar and you live in bumfuck Idaho?
And you live in bumfuck Idaho, or you have like a few local brick and mortar stores, but the prices are too high,
Yeah. And there'll be a monopoly in the small towns.
I know.
I got the only vape shop. What are you going to do?
Yeah. What are you going to do? You have to shop with me. There's no other choice.
This is a one vape shop town, boy.
So
I got to strangle on them nicotine at it.
You do good little southern accent there, Bogan. That's really good.
That's true.
Like, there's going to be monopolies of vape shops in cities, and hopefully they won't like price gouge like crazy. But how do you prevent that? You can't.
There will be.
There will be.
people getting taken advantage of, as there always is.
Yeah, there always is. Always is. In fact, speaking of that, here, I wanted to read this as well. I had an email here. Let me turn my brightness down. I had an email here from a guy that I'm just going to call Plinko. I think his name is Plinko. I'm not 100%
Sounds like
sure.
something my daughter would come up with as a name. They're just like, pull a word out.
Plinko, Plnko. Yeah, Plinko. Okay, I'm calling him Plinko. So Plinko hit me up on in my emails and was talking about how he's been vaping for this long. He's been watching my videos. He said a month ago he jumped into the billet box, scene, rabbit hole, like
rabbit hole.
What a lot of people have been doing. I've been doing it. Bogan's been doing it, and he is really sort of like disheartened by the whole billet box like building and selling and trading kind of scene.
The flipping and the monopoly.
Yeah,
yeah.
the monopolies. He says he jumped into the billet box scene quite quickly, and he says, I've only been in the billet box community about a month now. He's like, but here are some things that I find really disgusting that are going on every day. He's like, I've seen this happen. People have done this to me. He talks about how like vouched people will sell things that they don't even have possession of yet. That's a thing that happens. Like you go on Facebook and
flipping before you've even got the thing to flip.
Flipping before you got it. He talks about sometimes he's gotten packages that just smell like cigarettes. Has that ever happened to you? That happened to me many times.
Someone was talking about like a bag that an RDA came in, and they could just smell the little felt baggie, which smelled like cigarettes. Someone's just been having a durry and just packing vape gear.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, yep. So it's like sellers not disclosing information on the things that they're selling. Like, oh, you didn't tell me this billet box has all the screws stripped out of it, right?
Yeah.
Or a broken 510 connection.
Bridge.
Right.
It doesn't connect with a bunch of different bridges. It works with one of these bridges, but
it works
not the
with
rest.
one of them, fine, but not all of them. Getting really like dirty stuff, like really dirty billet boxes. He talks about the majority of popular like vouched sellers complaining about they didn't get their packages yet. He doesn't like the dynamics of it. He thinks there's like elitist people, and I'm like, yeah. Elitist people, constant scammers. Have you been scammed ever, Bogan, in like a trade or like a sale or anything like that with people? Because I have, and it sucks.
One time, years and years ago, probably like the first year that I was vaping, I won a competition for supposedly like a very expensive mech mod, and it turned out to be a clone.
Oh, turned out to be a clone. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, so
but I didn't really invest anything. It was a competition, so
sure.
It wasn't like I lost money, but it was obviously not what they were parading it to be. But yeah, I've heard about people like that getting shit that just doesn't turn up.
Taking
the money.
Yep. It happens, it sucks when it happens because it happened to me, and it happened to me. I wasn't going to tell this story. I'll just tell this story. I had a subscriber who was really keen to trade, really keen to trade. And I had been going through some retro vaping boxes and stuff. And so I had a bunch of stuff out to trade, and I'm like, oh, cool. And so, we're just kind of going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, well, here's what I'm getting together. I'll put this. And like, I was trading him for something that wasn't even vape related. And it honestly wasn't even about the trade, like as far as value goes or whatever, like what I was sending him. But I put all this stuff together, and like good stuff, like a brand new, like Kennedy Roundhouse, like a Kennedy RDA, a Goon RDA, like some pretty legit stuff, right? Like a nice mech mods and stuff. And so I sent his package off, and then as soon as that happened, it was like, oh, now my DMs don't get answered. And then when they do get answered, it's like, oh yeah, I shipped the stuff off, but I didn't get any tracking. Okay, that sucks. Oh, the stuff came back to me, and now blah blah blah, something was broken in it. I was like, oh, okay. And then he just disappeared, just is gone now. Yeah. And I was like, oh, cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed all the really cool vape stuff I sent you. And that was a dick move. And now that makes me not really want to trade with anybody, you know?
Yeah, dude.
It left a foul taste and a little bit of a foul taste in my mouth. He talks about scammers and scalpers and like really bad business practices. And he talks about, he's like, I love the billet box, but I can't stand the billet box like scene. Like the billet box community are terrible people that are just elitist, and they take advantage of you and they scam you constantly. He's like, it's a shame because the billet box is so great. It's just that the community is like such a toxic place. And so he wraps this up by saying, I beg you, as a veteran, please make a video on this matter, just to shed some light on what's going on. And I'm thinking,
it sounds like the billet box community is like the 4chan of vapors.
Just no honor, no nothing. And that's a huge bummer. So look, like if you're part of that billet box community, try to be like a better person. You know, if you're going to sell, don't be a dick. I feel like that's not a hard rule to follow, man.
No.
Don't be a dick. Just don't do it.
People see an opportunity and they go and they exploit it.
Yeah, people take advantage, people scam, people, you know, and like the one that really resonated with me was like a box showing up that just smells like cigarettes. That's happened so many times. It's so bizarre every time. Just
it doesn't smell right.
It smells like smoking while you were packing this. Anyway, so that's a thing. What else do we have here in the news and advocacy? I wanted to mention New Zealand a little bit. We talked about Australia a little bit. New Zealand Ministry of Health is calling on the public to provide feedback on the nation's draft vape regulations. Seems like they're kind of going in a good direction with this.
Well, they initially were, but now this is where New Zealand kind of needs to really step up their advocacy, because otherwise their government's going to do some crazy shit like the Australian government did. Yeah. They've formed a committee basically. See, this is what this is.
The committee.
When they say feedback, there's a committee involved.
Yep. 100% there's a committee involved. Well, it says here, this is coming from vapearound.co.uk, which I like vapearound.co.uk. They're not always super accurate in their reporting, but they're pretty good. It says that the government in New Zealand aims to encourage adult smokers to switch, but also without putting young people at risk. That's like that's the big question, right? All these governments are trying to do that. All these governments are trying to do it. It says new regulations are required to fully deliver the changes sought by the government and to support the right settings for legislation. It says under the new proposals, vape products containing nicotine would be required to display the message that we've all seen. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine's a highly addictive chemical. It has to be in English. It has to be in Maori as well. It says just under a third of New Zealand's Maori population smoke, compared with the 13% of the rest of the population. Other regulations under review include, things like vaping in public, vaping at work, promotions, advertising, safety, things like this. And so I'll post a link down in the description. If you're in New Zealand, you can provide some feedback to your lawmakers and your legislators so that your best interests are represented,
Absolutely. That's what New Zealand needs to do, is let them know, because the New Zealand government, as far as I can tell from what I read, is that they want to limit the amount of nicotine in bottles.
Yes.
And also they're trying to look at sweeteners. They're going to say no sweeteners in any of the e-liquids. Yeah.
Wait. What's that? Is that based on anything? They have science or anything? They're just saying
they think that because it's sweet, the kids, the children.
It's the kids.
Like sugar, adults, they're not eating sweet stuff.
Right? No, of course not. I didn't bake a cake and
McDonald's
eat it last
burgers aren't
week.
filled with sugar because adults don't eat them. Fuck, dude. They call it a bun because they can't call it a roll because it's full of sugar. Because adults like fucking sugar. It's the most addictive drug.
Bread. Yeah, I know. In fact, I was even eating sugar. If you're given sugar at too young of an age, it can mess you up like the rest of your life if you have too much sugar as a kid. Really messes you up. Messes up your brain, man. It's bad. Okay, sorry. So New Zealand.
So yeah, they want to basically say and that means that if your liquid recipe has a flavor that has sweetener in it, because you might have like a blueberry flavor, but it has a bit of sweetener in the blueberry flavor, it helps the flavor, blah blah blah. You're gonna have to none of that, no sweetener in your liquid, so things are not going to taste, and you're going to have to register the recipe. Each SKU will have to be registered at a cost of, I think, $140 or $160. So, Morris from Vaporize, he was like, I've got, 1,700 different liquids, and then they come in 3 or 4 different fucking nicotine strengths. So that's, 175 grand a year's worth of recipes being registered.
Yep.
And you're also going to have to ask any international brands, hey, give me your recipe so I can register it here. They're not going to give you their recipes.
Yeah.
How are you going to register an international brand's liquid? They're not going to tell you.
Wow, that is. Well, hopefully these are things that people or vapors will like bring up, things like that.
Absolutely.
Things like, how do we register, a USA brand or a UK brand in New Zealand? It's not. Look, vape regulations don't have to be that difficult. I feel like the government and these politicians purposefully make it way more difficult than it needs to be, because it doesn't need to be that difficult. They just need to be regulated for safety of the product only, and that's all. And liquids, sure. Third-party lab testing, done. That's it.
Cool. Put a child-safe cap on it, and maybe don't put unicorns on the side.
Sure, there has to be like some advertising standards, right?
I'm fine with, just saying like, let's not put fucking rabbits and like the little kids from the rice bubbles, on the side,
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, David in the chat, VG is naturally sweet. It's kind of already a little bit of a sweetener, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's already sweet.
So how are they going to regulate that fairly still make it? Because, you got to make it appealing. I quit with a blueberry flavor. And if it didn't have a bit of a nice fruity blueberry flavor with some sweetness in there, I wouldn't have quit.
No. And that's the hard thing. That's the thing. People don't realize how important sweeteners are, in fact, or flavors in general. Because there's something else I want to share tonight in the news and advocacy. And I came across this from the consumer... Hang on, let me find my tab here. Nope, here it is. This is from the consumerchoicecenter.org. This is a public health org that fights for consumer choice. And they have a whole huge article here about why vape flavors matter. Now, keep in mind, this organization doesn't have anything to do with vaping or tobacco or tobacco control or anything. They're just
about public having choice to consumer products. I like this.
Consumer choice. And they have this whole huge thing about why vape flavors matter. Vaping devices offer smokers an opportunity to consume nicotine using a liquid heated by a vaporizer paired with various flavors to offer a better taste. Given the importance of flavor availability, we estimate that flavor bans will ultimately drive consumers to other legal jurisdictions, push them towards the black market, or back to traditional fucking cigarettes.
I'm gonna buy the flavors out of fucking Terry's boot of his car, because he's got the good stuff with the sweetener in there. Like, again, black market for sugar. Yeah. A black market for sugar is what you're saying. That's what they want to fucking do. You're going to end up having to go and get your liquids with the sweeteners in them illegally, because the government says, no, you can only vape mint with no sweetener.
Yeah, or not even that. Like, even in some places in the United States, it's like tobacco only, tobacco flavors only. And it's crazy, but that's exactly what will happen. And that's not even just like speculating that people will go back to cigarettes. We've seen it happen like firsthand. If people can't get the flavor that keeps them off of smoking, then they'll just go back to smoking. And we've seen it happen in San Francisco. They banned flavors. People started smoking again. Massachusetts, they banned flavors. Massachusetts, the state of Massachusetts lost $100 million in tax revenue by banning flavors in the state, because literally everybody just went across to New Hampshire and PA and just bought it, came back, and the surrounding states have this like economic boom going on. They have like the highest, cigarette tax bonds that they've ever had, because Massachusetts banned flavors. So people just go to the black market or hop the border. Flavor bans don't work. They're never going to have.
Prohibition doesn't fucking work.
Never.
How many decades of it in any industry or field, you know, doesn't work.
Nope.
Doesn't work.
It definitely doesn't work. I mean, we've seen it. I mean,
Humans are drug addicts, and they will find a way to get their sugar or their flavors or their nicotine.
Yeah, because we want it. Because just because you ban it, that doesn't decrease the demand of it. People still want it. You know.
Yeah.
People still want it. I wanted to shout out Michelle Lynn. Where are you at, Michelle Lynn? Are you in the chat? Michelle Lynn, she sent this over to me, and I just wanted to help her promote it. This is a Philly Folk Fest, dude. Winter Doldrums. This happens every year in Philly. It's just a big outdoor music fest, and this year they're doing it like streaming, I think. I'm not 100% sure. You can go to folkfest.org to check that out. Michelle Lynn, our very own Michelle Lynn, Dull Dime Mods, is a big part of this. She's a folk musician, bass player. She's playing at this. You can see her name right there, Michelle Lynn. If you can find it, you get, I don't know, fist bump or something. But you know, if you're in the Philly area, you like some good folk music, you like Michelle Lynn, well, we'll help out Michelle Lynn with those winter doldrums. I also wanted to shout out here in the news and advocacy segment is Jeremy V. So our very own Jeremy V. Jeremy V is one of my patrons. He grabs my timestamps for the stream. He's just a wonderful person. And he hit me up recently and said, hey, I need some help with this project. I was hoping you could help me out with it. And I said, oh, sure. Like, what do you got going on? This is how awesome Jeremy V is. So Jeremy V works with a nonprofit organization called Abounding in Love, and they help provide free cleft palate surgery for impoverished children in the Philippines. Like,
that's awesome.
That's fucking amazing, bro. That's awesome. I love this. So we're trying to help Jeremy V out. Jeremy V is here week after week after week. He's gathering the timestamps. He's like my go-to guy, and he needs help with this GoFundMe to get a house built for one of the kids that had the cleft palate surgery. So this poor kid's house, his family's house, was just destroyed, and they're trying to raise $5,000 to build a house. And that's all they need, because you can build a house in the Philippines for $5,000. And they're only a little bit short. They're coming up like maybe $1,000 short, maybe like $1,200 short. So I'm going to put so close, man. We can get this kid a house. They can build this family a house. I'm so moved by this. I just think it's so cool that Jeremy V is a part of this. So I'm going to put, oh, is my camera dead? Oh, look at that. Oh, holy shit. I think my camera battery died. That's okay. Here, let's go to Sam Cam for 1 second here, and then we'll just do this.
I'm in a white frame.
Hey, that's okay. Now we swap sides.
Multi-cameras.
See, now you have the really cool camera, and I have the dumb web camera because my DSLR died. This looks wholly unprofessional now.
Power, bro.
I know. I do. It's plugged in. It's plugged in. The bad habit that I have is I will turn my I'll forget to turn my camera off. So like I'll stream on Monday and then just leave my camera on all night, and I'll come back down here Tuesday and it's like dead. Shit. I did it again. Son of a bitch. Yeah. So I'm going to put a link down in the description. Anything you can donate, anything at all, would really, really help. You would be helping build a family's house in the Philippines. And I think that's just such a noble thing. And I think that's so cool that Jeremy V is a part of this. And that just makes me so very happy. And it also makes me think of Mike Bloomberg, because Mike Bloomberg, he's going into the Philippines with his money, and he's trying to ban smoking and vaping. And then meanwhile, Jeremy V is going to the Philippines, and he's trying to build a family a house for $5,000, right?
Mike Bloomberg.
You know how many houses Mike Bloomberg could build for like the $160 million that he's spending to ban flavors? He could build thousands of houses He could probably build 20,000 houses in the Philippines, but he chooses not to. He just chooses to try to ban vaping in the Philippines. You want to help the Philippine kids, Mike Bloomberg? Build them a house instead of banning their parents from vaping. That's insane. It's insane to me. Mike Bloomberg, complete total piece of shit. So I'll post a link, like I said, down in the description. In fact, I'm just going to throw this in the chat right now if I can get to the chat. There it is. Hi, chat. Boom. There's the link to the GoFundMe, and I'll have it down in the description below. But yeah, huge shout out to Jeremy V for just being a stand-up dude here. This is the guy's house, Haiti. We're buying a house. We're building a house for Harde. Harde. He had his cleft palate surgery, and his home burned down on New Year's Day, and they're going to build him a new one. And could build this family a house, dude. I think that's great. I'd love to see people donate to this. And good on you, Jeremy V. Good on you, Jeremy V. I just love that. So I don't think there's really anything else here in the news and advocacy that I wanted to talk about. I don't have any answers for you, like as far as the vape mail ban is going to go or is going to go. The best video that I've seen regarding this vape mail ban subject is from Matt. In fact, I'm going to put it in the chat right now, and I'll put it in the description as well. Matt Cully did a live stream two days ago, something like that, and basically kind of put it all out there. He said, here's my thoughts on what's going to happen, and I think he's pretty spot on. He talks about B2B, talks about business to consumer. He talks about possibly still being able to order from China, possibly still being able to order from Canada. Some things are going to get stopped at the border, but some things will obviously get through. And I don't know. It was a really good video. I really like his thoughts on it. And ultimately, I said it's going to get worse before it gets any better. This is kind of it getting worse, but really it's not that bad. It's still bad, and we shouldn't put up with it. But if you think about countries like the Philippines, where it is straight up illegal to vape there, but they still have like a really thriving vape community. And
Matt has more people watching in the Philippines now. I think I saw he posted the other day. He's got his Filipino, viewers have overtaken the US.
I know, and that's crazy to think about that, especially considering in the Philippines, vaping is just straight up banned. It's illegal there, but they still find a way to vape. They still find a way to come together and be a community and vape. And I think that we can definitely still do that. And here's the thing. This stream proves that vaping is a global movement. You know,
it's too big. It's too big to be squished by a vape mail ban. It's too big to be squished.
Too big, way too big. We're too global. We got Vape Fam in the UK. We got Vape Fam in Australia. We got Vape Fam in New Zealand and Ireland and Brazil and Kenya and South Africa and everywhere. And we're all on the same team. And that's what's, I think, is going to win. I think that's what's going to take us over the finish line is numbers, power in numbers, Mr. Bogan. So I'll put a link to Matt's video in the description as well. And I think that'll wrap up the news and advocacy. As I said, I'll put links. I'll put links to literally everything I talked about down in that description below. Read them, share them. An informed vapor is an effective advocate, as I like to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to read a couple of these super chats, Bogan. You cool with that?
Go for it. See what the people have had to say.
Yeah, let's do a little bit of the bumper here. No. That's all you get. That's it. Just a little bit of the bumper. I'm not sure exactly where we left off here. What came in? That's right. Mari, that's very gracious of you. Battle of the Neck Tats. Who did it better? Nick, be honest. Look, I'm biased because I have a Stormtrooper, and I'm just a big Star Wars fan. Bogan has like a cool, what is that, like a Japanese Hanya mask or something?
Balinese.
Oh,
Balinese,
okay.
sort of like the Japanese Hanya mask, but it's a Balinese, what they call Rangda.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I had that done when I was in Bali, and I have one on the back, but you can't see because of my dirty ass mullet.
Because of my dirty long hairs. How was getting your throat tattooed?
it was raw. I describe it as like a blind homeless man shaving you with a piece of glass. You know, he's got the shake. You can't see what he's doing, and he's shaving you with a piece of glass. That's how I describe.
Holy shit! That's a really good description. It's a really good description.
It ends up being so just the whole thing just is raw after about 3 hours, and you're just like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah,
but
it's
you
the worst.
Get through it, and then you look at it, and you're like, damn,
yeah,
I've got 2 heads.
Best decision I ever made. For me, the side of my throat, like my neck hurt more than the center. Like,
yeah,
this
jugular
wasn't as bad, but over
your
here.
Body, yeah, dude, because your body it's trying to tell you have a really serious artery here. Don't stab it with things. You know, your body just saying, don't
stop.
You know,
what are you doing?
Don't poke me here. You know, this is like your Adam's apple. You know, it's fine. You got a bit of bony stuff there, some cartilage
and things.
You need those arteries, and I think it's your body just saying, don't be fucking just stabbing yourself there. Yeah, the sides are the worst. This in here.
Don't be stabbing yourself there. Keen, what do we got? The stream is definitely worth being late for work in the morning. All right. Also, a little challenge for Sam. I'll do a $20 chat if he can pronounce my name. Oh, yeah. I can't pronounce he's Irish. Patrick Keen.
I'm gonna have to find the because I can't see the chat, so I got to go to the
try to get on it.
Video. All right, if I get to Nick's channel and then I click on here and I quickly mute it.
Keen.
All right. So, what's his name?
It's Keen. His last name is Keen, Kaene, and his first name is Padrick. Podrick? Is it Podrick Keen? It's in the super chat. Oh, you can't see all the super chats. Yeah, okay, he might not be able to find it there, Keen.
I'm just looking through here.
Well, while he looks. Pigtails out for the boys, Bogan? No, not tonight. You have to wait for Destiny. You got to pay for Destiny, Brendan. Remember, you got to pay for Destiny. Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Keen. Mr. Keen.
Mr. Keen.
That sounded more Scottish. I'm going to say, well, he's got the little thing above the A. So
right, the little accent.
Padrick? Padrick?
I don't think that's right. Hang on.
Unless it's an Irish way of spelling like Patrick. It's fucking Patrick. Patrick Kane.
Patrick.
Fucking hey, Paddy.
Oh,
Paddy.
I got a pro tip. It's pronounced Porrick.
Oh. Porrick. So the A becomes an O.
Porrick. There you go. Brendan, no, pigtails out.
That's an Irish name, that one.
Shane, hope you're ready for a long stream, Nick. Sam did 6 hours the other day. Great to see you guys get. You did 6 hours?
Well, I did 2 live reviews, which each went for about an hour or just under. So one product, and then I was like, and I'll be back with more. And I finished the stream, and I came straight back, and I did another one. And then I did a live build stream, which went for about 4 hours. So it ended up being 6 hours worth of streaming. Yeah, I fell asleep on the couch that night. Like my wife came in.
No doubt.
With like, she made me some like some grilled cheese and tomato sandwiches. And she came in, and I was like, what? I'd fallen asleep on the couch. I was fucking knackered. I was very tired.
I can imagine. Dang, that's dedication. You guys, Bogan is
I just get on a
dedicated tuber here.
Like you were saying, I enjoy the live streams, and the reviews were just kind of, I need to smash out some products that I otherwise wouldn't get to talk about. So I was like, I'll do a couple of live reviews, get some products out quickly and easily. And then, I need to set up some products, and I like to do the setting up of the products on a live stream because it's fun, it's interactive, a bit more laid back. I drink a couple of beers, it's all it's a bit more chilled. And, I was just in the mood, and, I just kept going and going and going. And before I knew it, it was 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'd been streaming for 5, 6 hours.
Like the sun's down. What happened?
Yeah. It was fun, though. It was fun.
That is, I see. That's one thing I've never done is like a live review. I've just never done that. Should I give it a go? Is it pretty fun?
I've started doing it. I have a segment called Oops, I Forgot It Again. And I have this little bumper where I use the like, oh, baby. Oops, I forgot it. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
Clever.
And it's products that because China's relentless. They send you so much stuff.
Relentless.
Just doesn't stop. So I figured, why not do a little hour live? We set up the product, we vape the product, and I give my first impressions on a product. It's not a proper review because I haven't spent weeks with it.
Right.
But you get my thoughts on a product that you otherwise wouldn't have got the thoughts on at all. That's the logic behind the live.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's a cool idea. Kevin K, that's very gracious of you. Appreciate that, man. Quizen. Will you guys review the Scepter Mech mod? Who makes the Scepter Mech mod? I've never heard of the Scepter Mech mod.
That is the Vapors Cloud, new Vapors Cloud mech mod.
Vapors Cloud. That's right. I'm supposed to. I might be getting one of them mech mods. Maybe Quizen. Maybe. Falk Tube. Appreciate that. I know I said I couldn't afford a super chat, but I saw an ad for Velo pouches on YouTube. Can you say hypocrisy? Yeah. Velo pouches. It's the same thing. It's a non-tobacco nicotine pouch that's flavored. I have a bunch of them, and you put it in your,
like snus, but not tobacco.
It's snus, but not tobacco. It's like silica beads or something with nicotine. It works. I've used Velo patches like on a flight in the past, or like, on a long period.
Why don't we do some studies where we heat the silicon up to like a ridiculous temperature and it'll produce formaldehyde? And then we
pump it into the lungs of rats for 6 hours nonstop. Yeah. See what happens.
This is totally safe, but if you heat it up with a fucking blowtorch, it produces formaldehyde.
Yeah. Well, who knew? If you use something improperly, ridiculous. Yeah, we were talking about that FAQ YouTube and Lucy Gum. Lucy, that was the one we were talking about earlier. Eifer, Yo-Yo and Nick and Bogan, what up? Your vinyl should be there Monday. I'll send a message. I forgot to add on Thursday. I can't wait, Eifer. I can't wait.
Have you got
that vinyl?
Vinyl gift?
Yeah, I got a vinyl gift on the way. I've been like collecting vinyl lately. It's just been my jam.
I got a really nice piece of vinyl from one of my Patreons.
Yeah.
Shout out Paul Jones. Paul Jones sent me a Dead Kennedys vinyl, which is
sick. Oh, that's
super
sick.
Dope.
I've just been collecting vinyl, and I don't know, it's just fun. There's a really big, well, this is like pre-COVID, pre-quarantine nonsense, but Amoeba Records in Hollywood is like this mecca of record collecting. It's just it's like a Costco of just records and records and records, and it's amazing.
I've heard of it.
And I would go there and just spend hours just.
That's one of those record stores that's been around since like the 70s or something, doesn't it? And it's got like a crazy.
Legendary.
Where the celebrities go when they want to get vinyl. They go in there.
they go to Amoeba, yeah. Dickie Mo had our INS meeting at work today, getting a new INS. What? Charging me $75 extra a week for INS because I'm a vapor? Oh, insurance. Just BS. Oh. Great to see Bogan on the vlog. Yeah. So I had to deal with that recently too. I have life insurance, but I'm getting some more life insurance, and they put you into the smoker bucket if you use nicotine. If you use any nicotine, gum, patch, snus, cigarettes, or vaping,
wow,
you're in the same little bucket.
Fuck.
It's super fucked. It's super fucked. And if you smoke or use cannabis, you get put into like the drug user bucket, where it's like, you might as well do meth, heroin, PCP, you might as well do all those things, and marijuana.
This is like the 50s when they were, if you smoke marijuana cigarettes, you're going to end up murdering your family, like this guy, he smoked one joint and now he killed all his kids. Yep. And you're just like, what?
Reefer madness. Unbelievable.
Yeah, reefer madness. That's what it was. It was the Reagan era in the 80s when they were doing reefer madness, war on drugs.
Just say no. Yeah. And thankfully now they switched the war on drugs to the war on nicotine. So that's good. We're ending the war on drugs. We're like decriminalizing drugs in certain states, but we're recriminalizing nicotine. And that's
crazy.
It's crazy. Hamish, Twitter suspended Dr. Glover incorrectly. Dr. Marira Glover from New Zealand, she got suspended from Twitter. for no apparent rhyme or reason. She's just a doctor. She's a harm reduction advocate, suspended off of Twitter. And I hate that. And so we're yelling at Twitter.
I smell Bloomberg involved.
I know. Bloomberg money.
Smells like Bloomberg.
And Dr. Glover's awesome. She's so rad. I got to meet her at that Oceana show. She's so cool, so smart, and really dedicated to harm reduction. So it's really, really passionate. Man, that's upsetting. Nick Ryan, soon it will be speakeasies for vape gear and vape e-liquids. Look, man, you're not that far off. I mean, this
it's already happening. I've seen. I mean, Vice is not the most the best journalist source. Let's just say it's Vice, but they had done interviews with people that used fake names in the interview because they sell e-liquid out of the boot of their car in the States, like in New York, and they're making a killing selling flavored e-liquid out of the boot of their car in New York. They've got burner phones. Like drug dealers, burner phones to sell e-liquid. What the fuck?
This is like, dude, this is the black market. Like,
it's already happening.
I'm not going to name names, but there are people that we know in the vape industry that are doing that exact thing. Burner phones and meet me in the Walmart parking lot for your 120 mil bottle type of thing. And that's the only way that you can get flavored e-liquid.
I got that banana taffy, baby.
Yeah, I got that banana taffy, 3 milligram, bro, 3 milligram.
Just got re-upped. Got re-upped on my banana.
It's true.
Come on down, guys.
It's happening. It's really happening.
This is a good batch. It's really fresh. It's real fresh. It's a good batch.
Real fresh. 3 milligram. Big Pun says Bogan is the effing man. Like, I'm not going to argue with you. I don't think you're going to find anybody that's going to argue with you. Fishy Webcamp, how you doing, bro? Grimm and Bogan is thebomb.com. Look, I would argue if I could. I love hanging out with Bogan. Thebomb.com. Sick boy. Hydro homies. Much love. That's right. Let's hydrate real quick. In fact, now's the time when I can plug my sponsor. This brand.
I want one of these bottles. I saw you talk about this in a video a while ago. I was like, damn, I want these guys to sponsor me. That would be a great bottle.
And so like, it's really funny because I had been doing this, like, stay hydrated, hydro homies, like being hydrated is an important thing, especially with vaping. You get thirsty.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, stay hydrated, hydro homies. And then like a few months later, after I started drinking water, this company just hit me up and they're like, hey, we noticed that you drink water bottles on your videos. Do you want us to sponsor you? And I'm like, sure, send over a bottle. And so this is an official sponsor of the vlog. I'll have a link in the description to the coldest water bottle. I'm not just saying this. I love this water bottle. It never leaves my side. I live in hot Los Angeles, California. I have left this in the sun, in the valley, in 90-degree weather all day long, and my water stays nice and crispy, chilly, cold. It's fantastic, and I'll have a link down in the description, but I'm going to get a little bit hydrated here. Plus, it's a great palette for stickers, you know?
I love it. I saw that. I was like, I want to put stickers on a water bottle.
Stickers all over a water bottle. It's just the way to go.
I don't do sponsors. You know me. I don't do the vape sponsors, but I would do coldest. If you're watching, I would do the water bottle. I'll do the water bottle. I won't take any vape sponsorships, but I'll do a water sponsorship.
Do the water bottle. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. And so
I'll interfere with my vape reviews.
No. Definitely not. I'm going to end up drinking this whole beer. 12%. It's a good one. I'm a lightweight now, Bogan. I'm a lightweight.
I have another one to catch up to your 12% because you're like a whole beer ahead of me.
Yeah, technically, yes, I am. 12%er. Here, let's. I'm gonna do a couple more super chats here. Yassine, that's very gracious of you. Messed up my sleep schedule to watch you live again. Ha! Tell us what you guys are vaping on. Flavor Tank Mod. That goes for everybody in the chat. Tell me what you're vaping on. Bogan, what are you vaping on right now? This exact
I've got so much stuff going on.
Dude,
obviously, I have a few billet boxes going with some of my sort of just favorite mouth-to-lung stuff. I am enjoying a lot. I've been vaping on this quite a bit during the stream. I've been really enjoying the Back to Basics V5 from Purge. They sent me a special Bogan edition, which is real nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and the XRDA, that's their 28 millimeter XRDA.
Yeah,
crazy smooth airflow, really smooth airflow. That's got that Rituals Dragon Passion in there, and it's just
nice. Crackle.
It's so smooth.
Some crackle there too.
so smooth. Really liking that XRDA. And I got the 25mm setup. That's sitting atop this. This is a nice new Sidefire. Sidefire is the new mech tube. I think it's where everyone's going.
So. Oh, that is slick. Who makes that?
This is a collab between that UK company Fallout and Armageddon MFG. They've done this little guy.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah, so you got like a little acrylic sleeve. You can take the sleeve off. Maybe you can buy some separate ones. I don't know.
Them out.
And it's Sidefire. It's very shiny. It's very silver. They've like chromed the shit out of this thing.
I can see my reflection in it. It is very chromy.
Yeah. Very chromy. I have a little sub tank. Not little. It's not really a little sub tank. I have this monster. The Valerian 2 from UL.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the biggest sub tanks I think I've seen for a while. It's huge and it goes really well. The two-tone, they've gone black up the top and then like a silver a bottom to it, and it goes so well with the Odin 200 because it's just all
chromy and black. Like, yeah, that's sick.
Super shiny. So I'm enjoying that with this really nice new line of liquids that I got from Reckless. It's this flavor here, Reckless. And they got like really punky labels, which I like. It's not too kid friendly, you know. It's still fun, but it's not kid friendly. And it's called Panic Pink, and it's a lychee watermelon flavor, and it's fucking yum.
Oh, that sounds rad.
Yeah, it reminds me of Six and Out, my Bogan Brews liquid, which has lychee in it, but instead of blackcurrant, it's like a fresh watermelon. It's fucking yum. And then I have a bunch of MTL stuff that I set up. So I've got the Trio RTA. I'm going to just kind of just breeze through these real quick.
Breeze,
the Trio,
breeze.
The Berserker Mini version 2 on this nice little mech life side-by-side, which I believe Joel had a hand in. This little side-by-side from Mech Life and Joel and so there's like 4 people.
Oh, that's the drama mod. That's the drama mod, Bogan.
That's right, yeah, the drama mod. So Mr. Just Right, Fallout Vape, and Mech Life all were involved in this. It's like a big, big collab.
Too many hands in the cookie jar right there.
Yeah, and it triggered someone. And I have that going, and I have this one, which is, I think it was, was it Hell Vape? No, yeah, Hell Vape. No, this was another Fallout product, the XRP MTL RTA.
Oh, dope!
I got that going, and then I also have the what do they call this? The Vertex, and I'm knocking shit over the Vertex, which I don't have on something. That's another MTL. So much MTL.
So much MTL. Crazy. I like a good MTL. See, I do.
I'm almost overwhelmed with the MTL at the moment. I don't know what I'm going to do when I do the best ofs MTL video because it's so bad.
And there's some good MTL. So here, I'm going to praise Bogan just for a second. Here, I'll breeze through what I'm vaping real quick too. I have 2 MTLs going. One is the Hastur mod with the Artemis.
That's a good one.
Oh, so good. That Artemis mouth to lung.
Anal probe drip tip.
Look at that. That's the Foxy one with the ether on there and my Ukrainian drip tip. Are you jealous of this drip tip? A little bit, right?
I thought the Cthulhu had an anal probe drip tip. That is a truly probe-like drip tip.
That is probe-like. It's awesome.
You know what that looks like? It looks like, you know, those electricity transmitters where, you know, it's you know, like a Superman cartoon from the 50s where like the evil genius.
Like a Tesla, like with electrical coming off of it.
Electricity thing. Yeah. Where you know, you know the 50s Superman. There's an episode of the guy up on the hill. You know the one I'm talking about? That's what that is.
That's what that is. This came from Ukraine, I think. A fella in Ukraine makes these like ridiculous drip tips. I've just been into like really dorky tall drip tips lately. So that's my mouth to lung. Ether, dude, one of my subscribers in Florida, Southern Comfort, he kept telling me the Ether is the best MTL. It's the best MTL. It's the best MTL. And I'm like, is it? The best MTL. And then, dude,
it's a good one. This is a good one.
These are all the only 2 MTLs I've been using for like 2 weeks. It's just the Ether and the Artemis, and that's it. I haven't been using my K-Fun or the Pioneer. I really like the Ether, Bogan. Well done.
Awesome, man. I'm glad. I'm glad you like it.
I got that Odin 100 with my Type 2, and see, this is kind of chromy black
nice.
That I really, really like as well.
I'm waiting for your new batch so I can get one of your RTAs.
Yeah.
They sold out.
They sold out. Done.
Come on.
Gone. Well, they'll be back. Billabong, this is Golden Boy. This is my prized possession. I got that Radio Shack battery in there, and the bridged 1.2 in restricted direct long is baller.
Love the bridge. Love the bridge. I got the koala. I had to trade like some very expensive mech mods for the koala edition.
Oh.
Because there's only 47 of them made, and there's a little koala instead of
Oh shit.
And the koala, if I can get the angle right with the sun,
I can see it.
He's flipping the bird, dude.
I love that.
Yeah, he's a little koala. And I was like, all right, I like the bridge. I gotta have the koala version. So I had to trade some very nice mods to get that koala edition.
I bet it was worth it though. Worth it.
Worth it, right? It's a laser etched logo that was worth a lot.
It's a koala. Flip it. Like, what do you? What can you complain about that? Lastly, my only cloud chasey setup on the desk is I polished up an old Ronin 21700 mech that I really love. Classic, and that's the TM24 Pro series with the crystal, or I don't remember what he calls it, crystal cap on there, cloud cap or something. And these are Twisted Messes Staggertons. Kent, Kent, Twisted Messes.
I love Kent. Kent, and I'm missing Kent because Kent would be at almost every show. He travels a lot.
Yeah,
Kent
he does.
So I would see Kent in Germany. I would see Kent in the UK. I would see Kent if I came to the US. Kent's everywhere.
Kent's everywhere.
I've had no Kent in a year. I've had no Kent in a year.
It's unacceptable, really. Unacceptable. But yeah. Kent went on like a coil building kick in 2020 where he just locked himself in his basement and was just like building all these crazy coils.
He was doing coil wars and stuff when the whole lockdown thing came in. He was doing coil wars.
Yeah.
It was dope. I love that. I thought that was awesome.
Like there's been some cool stuff coming out of it. And he built some Staggertons. I couldn't explain to you what these coils are. Because
I don't know. It's
I'm
all
not
just
a coil guy
to me.
Right.
It's an alien twisted unicorn pony.
They're so great. I love crackle in an RDA when you take that crackly drag. Oh, give it to me. Give me that crackle. And these are crackle like
crackle.
Just crackle for days, and I love it. Okay, I'm sorry. We were on the super chats there. That's right. Kind of jumped into what I've been vaping. That's fine. Here we go. Patrick Keen. Well done, gents. You guys are both amazing. And the amount of work ye do for the community and not only your own countries, but everywhere. So thank you. Much love to both of you. Bro, thank you. Thank you, Kane. I see you there. I appreciate that. Twisted Hex had a super chat, but he retracted his message. Must have been something offensive, but I appreciate that, Twisted Hex. Ifer changed his profile picture in the last 10 minutes. Check your Patreon DMs. Okay, I made a thing. All right, so I'll check them, Ifer. And then finally, we got Matt Sinister here. Yo, and Nick and fam, sorry I'm late. I just had the longest session of blowing mud. It's great to see Bogan on the show. Shout out to you both. I love you, Matt mud? Sinister. Poop. It's poop.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've never heard anyone say blowing mud
before I met Matt Sinister. I didn't either.
Wow, blowing mud. Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that like caught on as like an inside joke in my patrons, and now all we talk about is blowing mud. There's also the. Are you familiar with waffle stomping? Out of curiosity.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
The waffle stomp.
Yeah, so we joke about waffle stomping and blowing mud seemingly endlessly.
My favorite is the Grogan.
The Grogan.
The Grogan.
The Grogan. Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about the Grogan.
Grogan's the best poo term if you're going to get into... Oh, that could be Vape Mail. I think my wife will get that. It always freaks my cat out. He's like, what the fuck's going on? And he runs around looking like, what's going on?
If I was a cat, that would freak me out too.
Yeah.
You want to open some mail, bro?
Yeah. Look, speaking, the doorbell just rang, so we could open. We have synchronized vape mail. Some people synchronize their swimming. We synchronize our vape mail.
We synchronized our vape mail. Let's open some vape mail, like literally right now. Yeah, punk rock vape mail. So interestingly enough, I hope you guys are having fun. Hope you guys are having a good time tonight hanging out. We're having a great time, Mowgli Vapes. But we were trying to talk about like how we're going to go through this vlog, and I said, "Oh, I have some mail. I have some vape mail from Suicide Mods." And then Bogan says, "I do too. We can open the same package at the same exact time. This is unprecedented. This is really unprecedented.
Never been done before. World first.
I know.
Synchronizing vape mail.
Synchronizing vape mail. Would you get another beer there, Bogan? What do you got there?
I got a. Well, before we get into vape mail, I got something that you'll appreciate because you're a beer nerd.
Yeah.
I won a carton of beer because apparently all of this beer wank that I go on about, like, oh, it's the piney, and I can taste the hops are very well balanced. It turns out it's not all wank because there was a competition. Shout out to one of my Patreons and my good buddy Haynes. He sent me the can. A company called Bright Brewery here in Australia. They have this thing. I think they called it Chance or something. Basically, they create a beer that you have to guess the style and the secret ingredient without being told anything.
Oh, that's cool. That's
just
cool.
A can with a question mark on it, and you have to try it, and then you go onto their thing and you submit your entry as to what the secret ingredient is and the hidden and the type of beer, whether it's a pale ale or whatever. So I tried the beer and I said that it was a farmhouse saison.
Okay.
And the secret ingredient I thought was lemongrass. Now, they had tons of entries, and obviously only a few people. Nobody got apparently the exact. I can't remember. Anyway, I got the secret ingredient right, lemongrass. So
Whoa.
I was like, and the actual type of beer was a Belgian pale ale, which is pretty close to a farmhouse saison.
I was going to say that is
close.
Pretty close. Dang, you have
So they
quite
gave
a
me
palate,
third place.
Bogan.
I got third
Quite a
place,
palate.
and I got a carton of beer.
Sick.
Yeah, so it turns out I kind of know like a little bit about what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
I got a carton of these. What are these? These are an IPA. They've called it an MIA IPA. MIA IPA. Try and say that 5 times fast. MIA IPA.
MIA IPA. Doesn't work.
It's like a West Coast IPA, and it's real nice. It's real nice. I had one last night, the first one I had last night, and it's 6.5%. So if I have this one and the other one, I'll be close to your 12%.
Oh, yeah. Good. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Okay. Hey, I'm going to open a package here ahead of time because I think this is a patron package, but I'm not 100% sure. It's wrapped in the most tape that's ever existed.
I can see and it's really taped up.
Kevin in New York. Kevin in New York, you sent me something clearly, and you used the most tape that exists on Earth, maybe. But see, here's the thing. I love getting patron packages. I love it. It's my favorite.
Totally different kind of packaging to when you get something from a vape company.
Yeah,
tape.
Yeah,
just lots of tape.
Tape. And so you get paper towel packing material, paper towels on the inside.
Yeah, I had a trade with one of my patrons for a billet box, and it came wrapped in a bunch, like 3 different. I got 3 new tea towels because he used tea towels as packaging.
Yes. Hang on, there's some literature from Kevin. This is Kevin. Yep. Sent some emails back and forth. It's been it's a knife. So so
you can get through all that tape next time you get a package.
Next time I get a package from Kevin, I can cut through all the tape. Perfect. I'm only okay. Also, don't worry. That's right, Oceanus. I'm only into regulated side-by-side mods now. Okay, I have a tech mod and a mix. Either way, thank you for everything you've done over the years. It's helped me a lot. 7 years vaping. Woo! Fuck yeah, Kevin. Wait, this is a knife. This is a sharp knife. I like sharp things. I like knives.
I'm
excited to see this knife.
I love knives.
And look at all this paper toweling I have now. I'm going to go put this in the kitchen. put that in the kitchen. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
that's pretty beastly.
Oh, and you got the nice little flick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a chopper. Look at that.
Look at that. Let's see how sharp it is. Can I cut? Okay, not quite.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay, that is scary sharp. Awesome. I love something really scary sharp I can injure myself with. Dude, that's a cool knife, Kevin. I'll trade you whatever you want. This is my new favorite knife. That is the smoothest open. That is slick.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
I'm sorry that I cut your note in half, but I'm going to keep this note. I keep all my notes, everything I get from like anybody. I keep every note that I've ever got dating back like years, like 2010. I've kept stuff. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
I'll say you played naughty spoony before.
No, it's not. That's a spoon. All right. Well, let's use my super sharp knife. We have dueling vape mails.
Look, they even did the same sort of.
Wow, that's incredible.
All right.
Let's open some
Let's
mail,
do it.
Logan.
Open up some mail together. Synchronized vape mail.
That is sharp. Holy crap, Kevin. That is sharp. Let's, I don't know where the top is. We got some, we both managed to get mail from Suicide Mods. And so we're both opening our Suicide Mods packages. Kevin, this is the best knife I've ever owned ever in my life. Ever. I just want you to know that. Let's see what's in here. Let's see. Packing peanuts.
Oh, the joys of packing peanuts. Yeah.
Bogan, did you know you can eat these?
Yeah, I used to eat them heaps when I was a kid.
When you were a kid? Yeah. Because they're just made of rice. You can just eat them. It's so weird. They just dissolve in your mouth, kind of, but they taste bad.
They don't taste
very good. It tastes like, I don't know, like Wheaties cereal, just like cardboard. So many packing peanuts.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yes. What's this?
We got stuff.
What'd you get? Did you get caught? What is this? SBS kit? Side-by-side kit? What is this?
Oh, yeah. I know about this.
I don't know about this. Abyss?
I know.
The Abyss?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. I don't know what's going on yet. Oh. The Abyss.
Did you get the Suicide Mods Vapors Cloud collab on the Valhalla? This is the 28 mil Valhalla.
Don't see yet. Wait, we got. Nope. I have mods. You have toppers. Hang on.
I have two mods as well. I have the Abyss, and I think this is the new. Did you get the what is it?
We're doing a packing sheet here.
The Suicide.
I got the Abyss. Let's open this up. Let's open the Abyss here with the best knife on earth. The Abyss. Is this a regulated guy? I don't know anything about this. The Abyss.
I know about the Abyss. So the Abyss is the new side-by-side kind of billet box type thing.
Oh, really? So it's regulated? Oh.
Regulated.
Whoa, bro.
And it has like a bridge type design.
Yeah.
And it also takes like borrow bridges. So you can put your billet box bridges in this thing.
Really?
Yep. But the bridge that they should have sent you, I think. Did you get some bridges?
I got some bridges. Yeah, I got some bridges. The Abyss bridges here.
The bridge that you've got there is the Ether bridge.
Really? Let's see.
So I didn't have any hand in the mod. That's all Suicide Mods. But the bridge that goes inside of this is the Ether bridge.
Really? Okay, so I have. Here's what I have in front of me: Caliburn G bridge, EUC?
Yeah.
EUC bridge, a Nord bridge, PNP GTX bridge for like Vupu Vaporesso stuff, and then and then SBS kit.
They haven't sent the ether bridge because it's not ready. I haven't got one either.
I haven't got one.
Maybe I wasn't meant to say that.
Oh man, Suicide Mods, they're gonna get mad at you. All right, no, we're looking forward to see what you think of the Suicide. This is a pre-release version. There may be changes as far as engravings and some functionality, but this is about 90% of how this item is going to come in its final form. 21700 battery cover that's not included. Okay. Okay. Well, we're jumping the gun a little bit. We're not supposed to post anything until February 10th, but hey, that's okay. How could we not though? How could we not? Let's build some pre-hype here for Suicide Mods.
We're 5 days early. Sorry, Suicide Mods.
Sorry, Suicide. But this is dope. The fire button's in the center here. That's cool. Yeah. So you can use Boro bridges in this thing?
Yep. Yeah, you can use Boro bridges in this thing. You can also use, obviously, the bridges that they've sent for the Nord, for the Caliburn G, for the EUC, and the PNP. But you can also use this. This is the side-by-side kit. So you can just use it as a side-by-side mod.
Yes. So it can have like a 510 down here?
Correct.
Dang. I see. I don't even know how this comes apart. How do you even get a battery in here?
Oh, so you take the top here.
Yeah.
And you twist to the side. You go.
Oh shit!
And then you just pull it up. That's how you put your battery in.
And the tank kind of releases out of there.
Yep.
What? That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, dude.
That's pretty fucking dope. Abyss. All right, Abyss. All right, Abyss from Suicide Mods. See, you got a sweet topper that I didn't get a sweet topper. I guess Suicide Mods likes Bogan more than they like old GrimmGreen. That's fine. You know what? That's fine, Suicide Mods. It's totally cool. Cool.
So I'm sorry, Brian, and the guys over at Suicide for
maybe we jumped the gun a little bit.
Early.
That's okay. We're just building some hype. It's just a little bit of hype, you know. We're just building some hype for Suicide Mods. That's okay.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's very cool. See, they said if you can please refrain from posting it. Well, look, no, I'll just say no, Suicide Mods. Sorry. Just kidding.
So if you want to run it as a 21, you take the tube out, Nick. You take this guy out, and then you just put your 21 in there in place of the tube.
Oh shit! That
and then there's a different cap. Oh, the doorbell again. My cat is looking freaked out again. Sorry, dude. So there's a different cap in that side-by-side envelope. If you want to use the 21, you take the different cap and you put that on there. And then it's got a little bit tighter.
Oh, I see. And then that's for the 18650. That is sick. That's a cool design, Suicide Mods.
It's really clever. It's really clever what they've done. I've been super impressed when I saw a little bit of this. Because obviously, you know, working with Suicide on the Ether, I was privy to a little bit of information, and you know, we've done the Ether bridge for this thing, which is coming soon. So yeah, you'll be able to get a bridge that goes into this thing with the Ether build deck.
That's rad. That's rad. I've been loving the Ether. I told you that. I've been loving the Ether lately. So if I can get like
now it's available. Well, soon it'll be available in bridge form.
An Ether, an Ether type of vape. That's pretty sick. All right. So the Abyss. All right. Cool. I wish my good camera was working because I get you guys better shots of this, even though we're not supposed to be showing it. But it's the Abyss from Suicide Mods and Dovpo. Just trying to build, you know, we'll just, whatever. We'll contribute to the hype of it. I got a bunch of bridges. And so I can't fit like So you can fit bridges in this, but not necessarily like a vape snail, like something that comes with its own tank.
Let's try
right?
it. I got a vape snail here. Let me just like grab it out. Let's just get him out.
Can that go in there?
It should.
Because that would be sick. Or like the vape. I mean,
if I just take this guy out, let me just see.
Because that's cool as fuck.
So if I take the little tanky guy, all right, because that just pops off of there, I think.
Whoa, that's cool. This is cool. The Abyss is cool, man. Enter the Abyss.
So we take that, and then he's gonna go in there.
Which bridge are you trying to put in there?
I'm gonna put the vape shell in, just because that's just what I had handy. And if I put him in,
how's it working? How's it look?
Well, I think it's gonna work.
Honestly, I'm just kind of excited about this bridge that uses PNP and GTX coils because I've really been using like Vupu PNP coils like crazy. So and I want to use this in there. Fuck, that's good.
And now, oh, look at that. There it is. So there is.
Yeah?
There's vape snail. A vape shell.
Vape shell in there?
It's a little bit loose. Let me see if I can get that to tighten. Oh, okay. It'll tighten up when I put the drip tip in.
Oh.
Because you gotta, because it's like a billet box. You got the screw down kind of system.
Yeah.
So now, if I take this and I screw that in there. Oh yeah. Oh, it's all nice and snug. And look at that. There you go. There it is. There is a vape. Come on, Frank. There's a vape shell.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Inside there, and that's all snuggies. And then you have your fill. That's your little fill port there.
Yeah, it's a fill port on the front right there. That's kind of cool.
I need to put a battery in, though, so I got to take it apart again.
Suicide mods. Did you know you knew about this ahead of time? I didn't know about this.
Well, I knew about this because obviously the ether bridge that's coming, I was involved with the ether part of it.
You're privy to cooler information than I am. That's fine, Bogan. You can just say it. That's cool.
Only because it was on a need to know basis, Nick.
No, I get it. Look, I get it. Okay, I'll re-message Brian at Vapors Cloud and tell him I did get a package. I didn't get a package from you. All right, sick.
Cool. That's all working.
Well, I got the Abyss and the coolest knife literally of all time. Come on.
3 clicks, fire button unlocked. All right,
yeah,
it's reading the resistance.
The fire button is on the side, in between.
It's working. Look, let me put some liquid in this bad boy.
Holy shit, you just like set it up and got it going. Dang.
Well, I had a bridge with a wick and stuff already in it. I had the vape snail, a vape shell, should I say?
Shell, yeah.
They're too close. They needed to change their name so they're further apart.
I agree. Yeah, vape shell and vape snail, too much.
So if I put a bit of liquid in here now, yeah. So I've got the vape shell bridge in the Abyss tank at 15 watts. There you go. There it is. The vape shell.
Vape it.
In the Abyss. Bridge works. It's all nice and snug.
Vape it. Yeah, good. Is that MTL?
Well, I've got the airflow. See, it's got the airflow control on the outside, which is cool. You know, you don't have that on a billet.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like a really big AFC on the front, too.
Cool.
It's huge.
So you can use big, wide open bridges, like a truss or something like that, and get...
Yeah. See, that's why I like my bridged, because I run it with the biggest airflow open, and it's like a restricted lung RTA. It's awesome.
So that is all set up and working. And then the cool thing about it, right, like a billet box, this is what I like.
Screens on the bottom.
Is you got different buttons. So
Oh
see how it's got
yeah.
an oval shaped button, and they sent me like there's a square button and then there's a round button. So you unscrew the 3 screws and you swap out the button housing,
yeah.
and you can put a round button or a square button in there.
That's pretty slick. That's
cool.
really slick. I really like the placement of the fire button. That's really
good,
cool.
isn't it?
I'm glad it's not here, and I'm glad it's not like right there is so perfect. That is perfect. Because you just hold it sideways.
Yeah, you kind of hold it like a billet box. You sort of hold it like that, and then like you just
flat. All right, well, I'll just keep using my billet for now. That's fine. I'm not as fast as Bogan. He set that up in like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, I had a bridge ready to go. I had a bridge sitting in a borrow that wasn't being used in another billet box. So I was like, I'll just put that bridge in here, and off we go.
Just put it in here. Synchronized vape mail, dude.
Done a really cool job on designing this thing. I'm sorry, Brian. We jumped the gun.
But it's very cool, Brian. It's very cool. Very cool.
I was showing my Patreons a little of this in one of my blogs about a week ago, and like their minds were just like,
yeah, that's cool.
These are going to be like accessible, unlike a billet box, and they're going to be customizable like a billet box.
And it'll use the billet bridges.
Trade your firstborn to get a different button.
Yeah, you won't have to spend like $200 on a plastic Boro tank for your billet box.
Yeah, and you can put all your billet box Boros in here, or the larger decks that we're going to be, like the ether deck that's coming.
Yeah, I want to run this with the ether deck. I really want to run this with the PNP coils deck. Well,
as soon as the ether decks are in production at the moment, so as soon as they're ready, I will get Suicide Mods to send you an ether bridge. So whack it into this.
Whack it in there. Right. Have them get on that. That's
such
sick.
A cool concept.
It's a really cool. I mean, I've never seen anything like that before, where you slide it and your tank can just pop off. It's really clever. That's a really
and then if you don't want to run a bridge, you can just put the 510 in there and run it like a side-by-side mod with your own atomizer and
with whatever RTA you want or RDA. I mean, shit. That's cool, Suicide Mods. I'm glad. See, in spite of everything, in spite of all of the bad news and stuff that we get all the time, I'm really just glad that there's companies like Suicide Mods and Vapors Cloud and like, Purge and all these companies that are still cranking out like dope vape gear.
Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Well, I'll set it up soon. I'm trying to figure out what bridge I want to put in there now.
Well, yeah, they got the choice of those sort of pre-made coil bridges, or you could just chuck your fucking what do you call it? Bridged in there.
Bridged in there. Bridge. Probably throw my Haku Zeta in there. The Zeta is pretty dope. I really like. I love the Zeta.
I've got the Zeta going at the moment in this guy here. I ordered one from France. I had to order it all the way from France.
Oh, France. It's worth it though. It's a good bridge. I like the bridged. It's my favorite.
And it's designed in Australia. The Zeta. Haku Engineering.
Oh, is it really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hometown hero right there, Haku Zeta.
Shout out to Steve.
Hassani,
I think I said that. Hassani.
Show us the SBS setup. All right. Actually, I don't even know what is going on here.
Well, you could set yours up so that you can use it with a side-by-side. So if you grab the side-by-side kit, and then there's a little insert that you screw in to the hole where the 510 goes. And that's kind of... And then there's like a battery cap that doesn't have the arm on it.
Oh, yeah, I see.
It's so easy. You just screw that little 510 in, and away you go.
Oh, that's it. That's literally all there is to it. All right, shit. Let me put my... let me throw the ether on here or something.
Even you can set this up in a fucking live stream, Nick.
I know. And I'm bad at live streams. I'm bad at them. You've been doing build streams too lately.
Yeah, I do those epic, I just get 5 or 6 products and I just build one. And then I'm like, all right, cool. What do you think, guys?
Let's keep
Questions?
going.
Let's go on to the next one. And we just keep building for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, I've been trying to, I try to keep mine to like an hour,
You do just like one product.
I'm like one product build stream. Lately, so I've been doing like 4 at a time now. It's been fun. Like trying to crank through 4 builds
You get way nicked out though, because you set something up, you vape it, and you're like, all right,
Yep.
nicked out, and then you got to move on to another one.
Too much. Oh, look at that.
You definitely got to stay hydrated.
Yeah, that's super hydration, hydro homies time. Look at that. Ether's on there, bro. Look at that drip tip.
Look at there you go.
Perfect. Let's see. So then I can throw an 18650 in here.
Yeah.
And I can take one of these caps. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's a little one. A little stubby cap.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Maybe it's the other cap. So it kind of... No, I think this is the 21700.
I said he could do this on live, but apparently
I
not.
can't. Why can't? This doesn't work. Mine's broken. Suicide mods.
You got to push it down and twist. It works the same way as the wide one for your bridge. You know, you got to push it down and twist.
I cannot get this on here.
So have the cap that's have the bit and then twist it. It's like a little quarter turn.
Like this little thing, right? Right there.
Yeah. You got to put him on and then twist it in.
Oh, okay, there it goes. Oh, yeah. All right, let's turn up the wattage here. All right, I got an ether with the super dorky drip tip that I love. Running on the suicide mods. Nope. Oh, it was locked. Okay, here we go. That is a sick side-by-side.
It's cool, isn't it?
That is a sick side-by-side because of the button placement, man. The button being right there makes all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world with that button right there. God, I wish... I'm going to try to turn on my other camera. Are you working yet? Did you charge enough? Because this thing looks so cool and vapes so well. I mean, that's crazy. Let's see.
I think they've really done a good job of like thinking of everything that you could want in a side-by-side that does multiple things.
Yeah. I mean, it'll run Boro tanks. It just runs a regular SBS. Like, I love this with that drip tip and the buttons right there. Fuck, that's cool. Fuck, that's cool. This is the best synchronized vape mail ever. Best synchronized vape mail ever. I'm going to run my ether on this now. That's what I'm doing.
And then, and you can play around with it. 21s, bridges, side-by-sides.
21s, bridges, side-by-sides. It's fun. It's really cool. This is a cool mod. This is a cool-ass mod.
Everyone is going to want to get one of these, I think. Because
seriously, super versatile. Super versatile, dude. The ability to run Boro tanks or have it be a side-by-side, 18650s or 21700s. I mean, this is like the last mod that people are going to need to ever buy. Ever.
Yeah, it really is. A really well thought out product. I think it's dope.
Really well thought out. And it feels real nice. Like it feels nice in the hand. Nice fit and finish. The screen's on the bottom, but it's recessed. It kind of looks like like a fake DNA type of board. I don't know what's in there. But I know that if I set it to 18 watts, it's going to give me 18 watts.
It's just their proprietary chip. They've done their own little thing. I like that it's half watt increments. I love increments.
Give me half watt. Give me full watt. I don't even care.
Yeah. 0.1. Get out of here.
Yeah. 0.1 watt increments. What are you doing to me? Who uses that? Actually, I've used that. So sometimes I take old devices and I use them for cannabis carts.
Oh, yeah.
And I end up adjusting in 0.1 watt increments. I'm like, nope, 7.1 is too high. 7 watts, 7.1's a little too much. I'm excited to get a Boro tank in here, bro. That's cool as shit. That's cool, man.
It is a really, so I've had a little sneaky early knowledge of this, and I was just like, I can't wait for people to see this because they're gonna freak out. They're gonna freak the fuck out.
That is super, super cool. Fuck, that's cool. Well, shit, we are running way too long. We're over 2 hours now. Do you want to hang out while I retro vape real quick?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's do a quick. I just want to do a quick retro vaping. We'll delay the liquid tasting until next week because you guys need to vote and it's like a whole big thing. So let's jump into some retro vaping. This bumper is going to be way too loud. Just so everybody's aware right now, turn your volume down. Headphone users, just be aware. This bumper is going to blow your ears off. Here we go. Yeah. So we're here to retro vape. We're here to do some retro vapins. Where did our graphics go? What the hell's going on there? Where did our graphics go? That's stupid. What the hell? Oh, we don't get any cool graphics around our, like the Bogan.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh no, I just shrunk it down too far. Here, let's try to, here it is. Ready? Yeah. And then
on the fly.
Yeah, there it goes. On the fly. Look how perfect that is. So I got a retro vape, and I always go through my old stuff and try to set something up to vape. Did you ever vape the Silver Play V2 RTA, Bogan?
Ooh, no, I don't think
it's a weird little restricted lung RTA. Let's see if it's gonna
got little windows on the side there.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not focusing. That's weird. Oh, there it goes.
There it is.
It's got little windows. It's got a really, so this is the deck. That's the original build I had in there from when I first reviewed it. It's just a little round wire build, and it has this like collar around it. And the idea is your wick kind of goes through the collar, and then you have this other little piece on top that like you push down on there, and it creates like a little hang on, where'd the last picture go? It creates a little, like, see how your wicks come out the bottom? Yeah. It's like its own little channel. It's really bizarre. It's really weird to build. It's really weird to wick, but I really liked it. And there was some other vape YouTubers. I won't name names, but it rhymes with J Hayes. And he hated this thing. And I felt so dumb. Like after I watched Jay Hayes' video, I started thinking like, wait, do I not like this too? Is it bad? Is this a bad product? And then I vaped it again. And I went, no, Jay Hayes is wrong. It's the Silver Play V2. I just freshly wicked it and filled it up with some Ohm Boy melon punch. It's a watermelon fruit punch. It's freaking amazing. So Jay Hayes hated this RTA, and I named
when did it come out?
I think this is a 2019, 2018 tank.
Okay.
Whatever year that it came out, I named it. I was like, this is one of my favorite tanks of the year. I just loved it.
Right.
It's like a restricted lung. It's got a cool little wicking system that's real easy to build, real easy to wick. Little restricted lung banger. I've only got it set to 20 watts, and it's a 0.44.
Vapors.
And it's kind of a little banger. The flavor on it is really, really good. There was a Silver Play version 1 and a Silver Play version 2. Did you ever try either of the Silver Plays?
No, I've never heard of Silver Play at all.
Yeah, it's weird.
I missed this one
It's a real sleeper.
One of those obscure companies that didn't do much other stuff.
Yes. It was like they did the Silver Play and the Silver Play V2, and then that's it. And I never heard from them.
Yeah.
Ever since the Silver Play V2 came out. But I reviewed this. You can go back on my YouTube if you really want to see it. But it's kind of a banger. And so I have this out now just to whatever. It's an old thing, and I'm going to vape it. But really, we're going to be putting this Silver Play V2 into next Monday's build stream because we've been doing this is RTA month on Build Stream. We're doing all RTAs all month. We did like the Mike Vapes intake last week. That was awesome. How long has it been since you vaped the intake, dude? It's so good.
I did my review.
Like the OG intake.
Ago. Oh, the OG
like
intake.
The OG intake. It still holds up.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, it holds up. Yeah. It holds up.
That was the single coil with the pipes going up.
Yep, with the pipes.
Yep.
And it vapes so good. It's so easy to build, man. I've re-fallen in love with the little intake RTA. Oh, cool. What's up, peeps? My vape's here. I really liked the silver play. I didn't see anybody else really reviewing it. I said it was one of the best RTAs of the year, and then Jay Hayes smashed it. I think that's what happened. He did not like this RTA. But its flavor all day long. If you can track down like an old silver play V2, it'll still hold up. It holds up against almost anything. Maybe not like the Type 2 RTA, okay? Like the Type 2, that's on a whole other... Yeah, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic here. The Type 2...
I get carried away.
The Type 2 kills it. But the silver play...
I had a funny retro pod sent to me, Nick, by one of my Patreons when we did a trade. Yeah, retro pod. So,
really?
I'm pretty sure this is kind of old because I had never seen this or heard of this before, but you know Cosmic Fog, obviously. They're pretty old school.
Yeah, Cosmic Fog. Yeah.
They did a pre-filled pod called the Sync. They did this thing called the Sync.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I had one of those.
Yeah, you probably got one because they would have been a US thing. We didn't get them here in Australia because they were pre-filled.
Super old school.
Yeah. So it's got this. Look how big the pod is.
It's gigantic.
Look how big this pod is. Like the biggest pod you've ever seen.
That's incredible. That is a huge pod. What is it like? 50? Is it like Salt Nick? Like 50 milligram?
Yeah, well, no, it's not Saltnik because it's pre-Saltnik kind of revolution, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 12 milligram freebase. It's a 1.2%, milk and honey, and they came in like a little packet like this.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I remember the Sync.
And you got a little, looks like space food.
Yeah, exactly.
In the little...
Space ice cream.
Like if NASA's gonna vape, they're gonna send them one of these.
Yeah, NASA.
Yeah, and the draw, because it's like inhale activated, but I guess it's old inhale activated technology where you've really got to like.
Yeah, you got to earn it. Those switches were not that great.
It's not like your Caliburn G where you just like you have a little cup and it's like brah, in your face.
It's crazy. Like even thinking about like sure RTAs and RDAs and mods have come a really long way, but pods, dude, they have come really long way.
The pod craze was the pod craze. There were companies like this, and it said predates nicotine salts. You got 1.2 12 milligram.
Yep.
And this little USB, charging Sync. Yeah, and so Kevin threw this in. We did a trade, and this was like an add-in, a value-added extra.
Old school pod. That's crazy that we can even say old school pod. There's old school pods. Yeah, dude,
and it's got this gross kind of. There's a little silicon insert at the either side of the drip tip, so it's a hard plastic. But then, so you could kind of like you could grab it and
like tooth it. That's good. That's a good pod. Bogan's got that
flavor
retro
is
pod.
Absolutely terrible. It is just terrible flavor.
Well, dude, like the juice has been sitting in there for how long? Like fucking years, dude.
I don't know when this came out. I'm trying to see if there's a date on the box here, but there's no date. Maybe on the bag it has like a used by date. Used by. Oh wow. Okay, it says used by.
Wait, what is it like?
September 2017.
Bat, it's done. That's done. That's done, bro.
It is 3.5 years past its use-by date.
Yeah, that's probably. I'm thinking that's why it tastes pretty bad. It's. Well, thankfully, this is a fresh wick in the silver play, and dude, the flavor on this thing is still banging. If you want a restricted lung, honestly, check out the silver play too. I'm not going to say it's really super easy for everything to happen because it's fiddly. It's got this weird like dual chimney thing happening, and there's like an extra screwy part on the inside as well. It's a little bit low capacity, but dude, it rips. It rips like a restricted lung.
Kevin gave you a super chat. Kevin says, if you want more sync pods, I got you, buddy. Sorry for the use-by date. Kev, I do have a fresh pod. I'm going to do a Back to the Vapes episode on this setup. But since we were doing a little retro vaping, I thought you of all people, because Cosmic Fog is like, it's like Nick's generation of liquor.
Yep. It definitely is. It's my generation. Cosmic Fog. And that sync was made, I think, manufactured by the same people that did, you remember the vape flasks that were curved?
Yeah. They were everyone wanted those. Oh my God, it's so ergonomic. Everyone wanted one.
They were great. Like those with a K-Fun was like my jam for so long. But that company is the people that also did the sync, and then so they licensed it to liquid manufacturers. So that's why there's like a Cosmic Fog sync with their liquid on the inside. It was supposed to be like the next big thing, like
they were just too early.
It was like
pod game. People weren't ready for the pod game, or the pod game wasn't really developed well enough that it worked well. Because now the flavor's great from pods, but the pods that they're clearly they're not at the same level.
Not quite the same. Not quite the same. There.
Probably a tiny little single Canthal wire in there, and like some silica wick.
Silica wick for sure. Definitely silica wick in there.
I'm sure it looks very similar to like what were those, the cigar-like pods, the Bose cartomizers.
The Bogue.
Right?
Bogue.
Bogue. Not Bose.
The Bogue.
I'm sure it's a similar kind of, inside to a Bogue cartomizer.
Yeah. Dude, those Bogues, they ruled back in the day. They ruled.
I still got some unsealed. I did a back to vape on them, and it was fun.
Yeah, it's fun to go vape in like an old cartomizer. It just reminds you of like when you first started vaping.
Yeah, and you're like, wow, the flavor sucked on some of this stuff.
I know, but it still worked. Like that's the thing. I go back to like old Joytech 510 atomizer, and I was like, wow, the flavor is terrible, but it's still like that's the thing that got me off cigarettes. So, like, it couldn't have been that bad, I guess.
Yeah, I got a Kanga Aero tank. I remember that being
wow,
you gotta get a Kanga Aero tank. Dude, it's so big.
Aero tanks ruled.
2 millimeters.
The Aero tank. Holy shit. Well, you guys, look, we're running real long, so we're going to start wrapping this up, and we're going to start wrapping this up with some super chattings. That's it. That's all you get, just a little bit. That's all you get, just a little taste, just a taste. Jake Scrapwood, only one box you can't synchronize, Grimm. Oh, that's right. I'll show it off next week, Jake Scrapwood. One of my patrons, Jake Scrapwood, is awesome. He is an artist. He makes custom stab wood and acrylic mods. Like this is a dual 18650 guy, and it's a DNA 250C, and it's so sick, and it's got the Star Wars like Imperial symbol there.
That's amazing.
Dude, Jake Scrapwood rules, and Jake Scrapwood made my wife a mod that she's in love with. I don't know where she is right now. I don't know if I can go get it, but I promise I will show it off next week because it's worthy of showing off. Jake Scrapwood. It is so slick. It's so slick. I'll show it off next week, Jake.
There's no scrap wood used in that wood mod.
No scrap wood used there, Jake Scrapwood.
Sorry, I had to.
Yeah, no, I do it all the time. Jason, that's very gracious of you. Bogan set that up almost as fast as today's Dixon flannel sold out. That's true. That's true. Oh, here it is. Thank you, Pickle. So this is the Jake Scrapwood. Yeah, buddy. Look how sick that is. Focus on it, camera. Focus. Yes.
Pretty.
It's beautiful. He did it all with wood. It's PWM, so it's like a hexohm with the potentiometer.
Oh,
wood,
that's cool.
Gold. Behind the star, like glows in the dark. If you can charge it up enough, and it'll glow in the dark. And it's so sick, and it's got a rad clicky button, and it's, you know, there's a door. It's dual 18650s. It's really rad. And Jake doesn't make these like commercially. He just makes them like on his free time. Like whenever the dude drives a truck, drives a semi truck cross country. And so when he has time, he's like, oh, I'll just knock out a fucking awesome mod because I'm an amazing woodworker and artist. And that's what we got from Jake Scrapwood. Awesome. Jake Scrapwood, again, I can't thank you enough, bro. It's so great. Jason, that's right. Are you hip to Dixon flannels? You ever wear the Dixons?
I don't have any Dixons. I have a flannel collection. I like you. I love a flannel, particularly in the autumn, or you guys call it fall. But fall. You know, when the weather starts to get a little cold, I'm like, oh, put on a flannel.
Yeah, flannel time.
Absolutely.
Gotta get on board with those Dixons. I agree, Jason. Derek,
I look at yours and I get very jealous, and then I look at the Instagram and I'm like, oh, there's so many nice flannels.
So many cool ones. Every flannel, like, dude, every flannel they release, I either want to buy it or I buy it. I just buy it.
Doesn't dislike any of them.
I can't not pass on a Dixon. David, that's very gracious of you. Nick, have you tried Oliver from Rescued Vapes Blueberry Custard? I have not, but I will absolutely look into that, David. That sounds delicious. Dimlit Night here says, I hope I see the day that people are vaping on Mars. I really feel like it's only a matter of time. You know?
Yep.
Elon Musk, he's going to get us to Mars, and we're going to vape. We're going to have a cloud comp on Mars. First cloud comp on Mars. We'll make it happen.
There's no regulations there. You could go and set up a B&M. No one's going to tell you can't have flavors.
No, of course not. You can set up the first Mars brick and mortar vape shop. I think we should make this happen. Kevin K, if you want more sync pods, yeah, that's right. I got you, Kevin K. I'm sure Bogan's chomping at the bit.
I got one left. I'm fine. That's enough.
Yeah, that's all you need. Sexy King Phil in with the super chat. The Fantastic Two of Vaping, Grimm and Bogan. That's right. Also known as Grogan or Bim.
Grimm Bogan.
Yeah.
Grogan.
Yeah, Grogan's really the only one that works, and that's also a turd.
If we do end up getting a regular show together, we have to call it the Grogan.
Yeah, we have to. I feel like that's a given. The Grogan.
Chasing Clouds? Show, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, well, those are always the most fun. Chasing Clouds, that's very gracious of you. Bogan is lit, vaping expired juice from Ancient Pod. No wonder it tastes like poo. Yeah, that's what happens, man. But that happens, like, sometimes I'll even run across, like, really old liquid bottles from, like, years, and you go,
just well steeped. It's fine.
Wonder what this tastes like. You just vape it. Why not? What's the worst that's going to happen? And then finally, DeJuggala17 toward Destiny. High five chat. Are great humans. Yes, absolutely, DeJuggala. We're giving money to Destiny. When's your big Destiny live stream? When is that happening?
So we're going to let it run for a couple of weeks. I'm going on a little holiday on Saturday tomorrow with the family for about 8 days. So
cool.
Give people time to donate to the cause. Just head on over to Vaping Bogan Facebook page.
I'll get a link and put it in the description for sure.
Yeah. And you can donate to help mental health charities. And I'm going to wear my mullet in a pigtail for a full live stream.
Can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm excited about that. I hope to see you there.
Sneak peek for you, baby. There you go. That's all you're going to get.
Yeah.
Give me your money so we can help mental health, and I'll do a stream with the pigtails in.
Definitely. Sean, finally one from Sean. It says, take my money. We're burning it here in Maine. Just burning money in Maine? All right. I don't know anything about that, but if you're burning money, look, life's probably pretty good for you, Sean Reed. Anyway, I think... Look, Bogan, I think we're at the end here. I think we've reached the end of the vlog. I'm gonna pound the rest of my double DBA here real quick.
Cheers, dickheads.
Cheers, dickheads and cunts. See, that's the thing is, You get to say that because of your accent. I don't get to say that because it sounds like endearing from you. But if I get on YouTube and I'm like, hey, dickheads, what's up, you cunts? Like, it doesn't quite translate as well as if you have that delightful Australia accent.
We've worked that well. We've worked it into our vocabulary. It's kind of to be expected. I said dickhead, you know. It doesn't really, it's not shocking.
Right. Yeah. Dickhead. Cunts. You dickheads. What's up, you dickheads?
Well, I mean, our prime minister said that you know, if people were made to go into work after I can't forget what a great event it was. There was some great sporting event, and our prime minister said any boss that has a go at their employees for calling in sick tomorrow is a bloody flog. So when the prime minister's calling business owners flogs, no one's really worried about the dickhead.
Yeah, you're good to go. This 12%er, man, it really made me feel pretty good, you know?
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I mean, I've had my 2 6s and I'm feeling pretty tidy.
Feeling pretty good. I'm a lightweight these days, Bogan. I'm a lightweight. I drink maybe 2 beers a week and one of them's on the vlog. You know, it's like I got to watch my figure. I got high blood pressure. I'm like trying to avoid stuff that's going to kill me. So I'm trying to cut my beer intake, but the vlog is where it all sort of falls apart. Just here we go.
Bad influence. I'm sorry.
You are. That's all. I knew you were coming on tonight, so I'm like, I got to pick like the highest ABV beer that exists, bro.
Break out the big guns.
Breaking out the big guns for Bogan. For Bogan. All right, you guys. Well, shit. Let me take a quick look. I don't think I forgot anything. I don't.
The synchronized vape mail.
I got it all. We got synchronized vape mail. Yeah.
We've done the advocacy. We've even done a bit of retro vaping on either side.
It was like a double retro vape, double advocacy, double vape mail, double awesome. This has been my favorite vlog I've ever done, bro. And I appreciate you being here, Bogan.
I appreciate you having me on. It's been a lot of fun. We have to do this again.
Yes.
At least semi-regularly, if not regularly.
Yeah, let's try to make it a thing. I don't see why we can't try to make it a thing. Let's pick a day and just try to make it a thing.
We could do once a month, something like that. I don't know.
Could be once a month, twice a month. Oh, once a month would be fun. Twice a month would be fun. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
We'll form a committee.
Yeah.
We'll get some feedback.
We'll form a government exploratory committee, you know.
That's how all of the worst decisions are made in life.
We'll get these regulations out soon, you know. Fucking Bogan. Damn it, Sam. Thank you for being here, man. You know, I just want to sit here and praise Bogan for a little bit. He's really just the most stand-up guy ever. I love this man. We have so much fun hanging out together. He really, really cares about the industry. He really, really cares about the community. He's down for the long haul. He's a passionate vapor. It's Bogan. Go subscribe. Check out his videos. I watch Bogan videos. He's just a fun, fucking cool dude. And thank you, Bogan. Thank you so much, bro. No, you deserve it.
Thank you for having me on. And thanks to everybody that tuned in.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see so many people passionate about this shit.
Yeah, passionate about, I mean, honestly, it's about smokers, bro. Like, we're trying to save some smokers, man. That's what this is all about. It's fun to get cool Abyss side-by-side mods. It's fun to build an old Silver Play RTA, but really, all this is about is smokers. We're trying to get smokers to quit that combustion, save their lives, and that's why we fight. And that's why we get so, you know, mad when we see all this, you know, negative vaping legislation happening in Australia, negative legislation happening in the United States. It drives me insane because, look, I got to quit smoking in the best way possible, and I think everybody should get to do that. It's just the way I feel. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to apologize. That's just the way I was raised. So, yeah, everybody take a cue from Tanner Fry in the chat. Go ahead and smash that like button. It would really help me out a lot. I really appreciate it. One more time. We're going to wrap this up. Bogan, thank you. Appreciate you,
dude.
man.
Cheers, dickheads.
Good times. And don't forget, we're going to have some Yo-Yo Patreon hangs tonight in the Zoom room, so I'll see you there. But until then, remember that no matter what anybody tells you, vaping is at least 95% less harmful than burning deadly combustible tobacco cigarettes. So literally, no matter what is in your hand, you guys, vape it like you mean it. Be excellent to each other, everybody. Peace out.